ibxtoycat, and this is my Let's Play world. You might be familiar with it, and today I'm going to be doing a lot of the projects that I've kind of been neglecting. Some of them are ones that need to get done, and some of it is really important because Minecraft 1.20 means there's all sorts of stuff you'll need to be prepared. So I'm going to start by mining some diamonds, and then we're going to go into the Nether to do some fun stuff there. And yeah, just as a fun fact, this number of cows, even on the realms render distance, just causes my Xbox I'm running on right now to lag. So there's a fun thing about that we'll have to explain. But for now, let's go mining for diamonds. Although we're going to use the Nether to get that. It's going to be great. So, hello, I'm ibxtoycat. I hope you're all having a good Sunday. I know days of the week, and I know them great. I know I'm having a pretty good one myself. Honestly, I feel like there's been a lot of other craziness going on. I still think Minecraft Legends is great. It's a lot of fun. But I always feel like after doing something so different for a while, it's always nice just to get back to something familiar, right? Like, whenever I do a different Minecraft series, I'm always relieved when I'm like, okay, and we can come back to the Let's Play world. And I think that's one of the cool things about having a long-term survival world, is having something that you can come back to. Something that is, like, reliably there for you, in a way. It's something everyone needs in some level. And this is the level for me. So now we're going to go underground, and I'm going to work on my diamond mine in this part of the Let's Play. So I don't think, I could be wrong here, but I don't think I've actually gone seriously diamond mining since 1.20. Sorry, since 1.19. Or even 1.18. Like, if you look, my diamond mine goes to about minus, like, 16 or something, and then just cuts off there. And so we have to actually make a diamond mine first. Which we could do by just, continuing this down. Also, Jen Emerson Hutchings, thank you so much for having been a member for, yes, joining the cat. But you got the diamond cat, so that's 12 months, 24 months. Something fun that we're going to do soon is we're going to have 36 and 48 member month badges. YouTube finally allows those. It's going to be a lot of fun. But, yeah, I'm loving these third channel streams. Andrew Andrews fan says PJD. I always am trying lots of random things on the third channel. I think I could have a lot more success there if I stuck to one thing. But I think, just like in Minecraft, where like you could make one big project over 10 years, or you could make 100 small ones that are less significant. Maybe something about fun is important after all. See, I could make a staircase by continuing down like that, but I have a much smarter idea. I think I'm going to grab some bamboo. I'm going to turn it into sticks, and I'm just going to continue my staircase all the way down, because I would like to go branch mining down here. I think it'd be real good. So, also a reminder to do the Streamlabs pin. I think at this point, I'm gonna leave it as a, I think at this point it's important just to be like, okay, I could leave it pinned on every stream, but it's definitely, I know it seems, I have an issue of, like, the description on this. I never want to seem like I'm, like, what's the word? Ebegging? Like, being like, please, you got a tip. I really like the tipping being like, yeah, you're voluntarily choosing to do that. And even though it's important, if you are tipping, to do it via a certain place, to my view, I never want it to be like, yeah, but I don't appreciate it elsewhere, even in these weird times we find ourselves. If you want a brief update on the bad, crazy stuff, by the way, there was some real issues with the middleman between myself and YouTube, it's been, the signs are positive. After like a lot of just scary. Oh, their stock's dropping even lower. They're taking on even more debt. Like signs of like I need to get out. Things are looking better. I don't want to talk about weird commercial agreements, but I know it's like it's weird. There's there's a lot of business on the back end of any successful thing, I guess. And this is, which, is a sign that this is therefore somewhat successful. That's the takeaway I have from it. It's stressful, but it's nice that there's something to be stressed about, right? Isn't it? Maybe it is. Yeah, it's not unreasonable to request some effort. If you were busking, you would request it thrown in your guitar case, not thrown into a lake. Yeah, but imagine if someone puts in euros in my guitar case if I'm busking. By the way, if I'm busking with a guitar case, I'm not gonna be it's gonna be a Guitar Hero case or something. Just so you all know. Diamond mining in preparation for 1.20. But first, we'll grab some of these. My bamboo farm is just never working. Like The minecart is always caught up somewhere. I don't even know where it is right now. I feel like I send more minecarts around, and it never quite fixes the problem. Okay, so yeah, all the minecarts, we'll send them back round, and we'll see if that magically makes everything okay. So now, with all these minecarts, we should have no more issues, right? Yeah, perfect. Also, we got a little fun text here saying, don't subscribe. Just a reminder, clearly what you should do. Okay, they're all coming around in sequence now. So as long as I stay around here long enough, it will work. Probably. Struggling for success for his Sky Height farm. I think taking this farm up to Sky Height is a really fun idea. I might just have to indulge myself in. The only reason I haven't actually is because of quartz. Like, I decided to use quartz for the middle block, and it's really, like, I could have used white anything and no one would notice. Maybe I actually should. Maybe I should just switch out to white. But then also getting pistons in there was a whole nightmare. More minecarts, more chance they can bump into each other when the chump gets unloaded. Yeah, that's 100% what happens. Like, if you look right now, like, do you see... Okay, yeah, they've bumped into each other at some point, and now that one's going back, and then it's ended up over there somewhere. And where are the other two minecarts? They're just lost somewhere. And where's that minecart gone? Is it going to come back? Is it going to go all the way around? No, yeah, it's, I guess what I've learned from this is you've got to build this within a single chunk. There's another one coming around. Minecarts are super weird when you unload their chunks. I would say minecarts are maybe broken when you unload their chunks. Because you would expect they should work the same, or at least they should freeze in place. But like if you unfreeze one of them and not the rest, it's a weird issue, I guess. Okay, so let's make a bunch of ladders. And then let's go underground and get some diamonds. Toycat, that thumbnail speaks to me. You might need to go to a psychiatrist. That's quite a concerning thing you've told me there. Now, as there is patient-client confidentiality on YouTube, I can't report you directly to a medical authority, but just know I would like to. Just know I would like to. Bedrock simulation distance was, but the thing is, it's not even like Java does have a simulation distance to a point at which it stops simulating. It's just they have a better system for minecarts in it. You know, like I know, like I do see the struggles of like. Also, we're gonna dig straight down. I don't see how that could cause us any issues, so we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. I like Toycat's thumbnail on the third channel. I'm glad you like it, Clary Frey. Good to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing wonderful today. No, I think that we've had I think there are all sorts of things that could be probably easily, not easily resolved, probably could be resolved. But the problem is, once you get a list of Minecraft issues so big, and then you also people who want new things, it's, I guess it's a struggle with, basically anything that exists. Do you want the existing stuff to be done better, or do you want new stuff altogether, you know? It's an issue that, like, I don't know, you can get it in, like, politics. Like, do you want to have, something new and snazzy, like a brand new, I don't know, train or hospital? Or do you want the existing trains and hospitals to work fine? And the answer is, like, everyone actually wants both, right? Like, what everyone wants is everything. Like, I would like, you know, like, whenever I get a menu to a restaurant, I want to just be like, could I just try a bit of everything and then have the one I like the best? Because that's what I really want. You know, it's rare that I'm at a restaurant. I'm like, yes, there is only lasagna that is good on this menu. Everything else is bad. I don't think I've ever been... It's been a while since I've been to a place that has a lasagna on the menu. Like wine. You know, like the other type of wine, though, I like to whine when things aren't good. Minecarts haven't been useful for years. See, and then there's a good argument for, like, you can... Are minecarts not useful because they're so buggy? Or are minecarts so buggy because they're not useful and so few people use them? Like, if there was a boat issue, that would be much more serious. But there isn't a boat issue. It's an interesting point, probably, in my opinion. So yeah, we should probably get a second pickaxe if we're mining Deep Slate. I always forget that now, because of Deep Slate, you need to bring a second pickaxe. No one wants Deep Slate, like it has no value to anyone. Go to a buffet restaurant, problem solved. But a buffet restaurant is usually, like, any buffet I've ever been to answers the question of, like, what if you could have only mediocre food in as large a quantity as you want? And it's like, that doesn't sound appealing to me at all. Like, everyone I see at a buffet is, like, tricked by the false economy of, like, well, you get as much of it as you want, so it's good. And it's like, but you could give me as much, like, war crime or genocide as I like, and I'm still not going to be sold on the idea. I'm still going to be like, yeah, give me some more of that. Maybe I will, actually, honestly. You can tell me that you've got all the minecarts in the world, but what can you do with the minecarts if they don't work after you load the chunks? I don't get why they made Deep Slate itself so useless. Like, genuinely, what was their logic? It's really weird, too, because it's the opposite of stone, and so I think that's confusing to a lot of players. Because Cobble Deep Slate is the useful one, whereas of stone is the useful one, and cobblestone is the worthless one. There's maybe, like, I really don't quite understand. Like, it feels like they should have made cobblestone useful and stone not. But it's an interesting one. Anyway, yeah, so one of the fun things we do in these streams is when people ask questions, I try to answer them. And the question I can't say I've ever emotionally prepared myself for is this one from Poison Heart 96. You know, I love when someone has a year like that. It's like you're dating yourself. You know, hello 27-year-old. Hello, Mr. Toycat. Would you rather have $1 for every step or one more day on your potential lifespan? The answer to this question is, honestly, it's like a value one, right? Like, would you rather have more money or would you rather have... Wait, every step you take is one more day on your potential lifespan? You'd never run out. You would never... Unless you're saying, would you rather have $1 for every step and so I could earn millions of dollars? Or one extra day? I'm assuming you're saying 1 day per step. If it's 1 day per step, I'll live forever, which sounds good, but then it's actually a curse. Like, if I'm not getting the extra health to go along with that, you're dooming me to, like, yes, you'll have to live forever, and the only upside is that, wait, there's no upside. You're gonna be 180 just basically dead, and your body's gonna be like, no, you stepped 6 times, 3 years ago, and it extended your life by another week. Yeah, that sounds like hell. In a good way. In a good way. There's definitely a good version of hell, because I'm describing it. So let's just quickly throw in my stick to one of these chests. I have so many oak saplings, by the way. What should I do with these? Like, I genuinely, I'm looking for, like, a fun excuse even at this point. That's why so many people use ECVs.
I'm sad that I've quit playing Minecraft because I have been sad. Haven't played in 5 months and I'm hoping I'll gain interest again. He's handsome as ever. Toycat is yes.
So, I'm sorry you've been too sad to play Minecraft. I kind of feel you on that. But also, like, if you are sad, again, like, sad is such, like, a broad description of a lot of different things. But I do feel as though, like, a lot of the feelings you can get from sadness might be well channeled into Minecraft. You might have a, like, as an example, just to purely spitball at right here. Also, it took me so long to take any durability on this. Nice. But yeah, I think that I think that you also your chest organization stresses me out. It's okay. I think that also there's a lot of, like, types of sadness that can kind of come from, like, wow, I feel kind of worthless, and a lot of, like, it's like a good thing that humans feel worthless, and that sounds like mean, but, like, it's like evolutionarily very important that someone feels worthless when they don't do something, and so all you've got to do is find ways to, like, trick your brain into not, or to actually doing stuff, right? And so I presume you're doing all the best things you can in the real world, but maybe you're feeling bad, you're feeling sad. Working on some Minecraft project, like setting yourself a little target and doing it, even if that target is real small. Like, my target is just get, like, I'd say like a stack of diamonds would be nice. So if my target's get a nice stack of diamonds here, then that'll be really great when I do it, right? I don't think I'm at the right layer. I totally, you know, it's crazy. Every time the new layer for mining diamonds, I forgot. Like, honestly, layer for mining diamonds. Let's see. Anywhere except below minus 58 is because actually. Although, wait, where is the ancient city found? Ancient city level. It's 52. Yeah, we're perfect. Okay, level of 52 under a mountain. So there's a bunch of mountains around here. So that's what we're looking for. I knew 52 was important for something. If we find an ancient city, that like we're gonna be going slightly less for we'll be doing a slightly worse job for looking for diamonds. But if we find an ancient city, it's all totally worth it. You should speedrun Minecraft with jelly embedded in a cheap keyboard. That sounds like the worst idea, that person. Thank you for giving it to me, though. But no, yeah, I think Minecraft, like, is one of the games that's really good because it satisfies a lot of those, like, things of, like, yeah, you can visualize something, you can do the thing, and then it happens. An ancient city below your base, how awesome would that be? Yeah, so one of the things I really haven't, like, done effectively enough is, like, looked around for this stuff. And so I'd like to really crisscross my world and do precisely that. We're going to end up with a lot of ancient... We're going to have a lot of... not ancient. We're going to have a lot of deep slate. But it's going to be fine. You have to mine a long way to get 1.19 terrain. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, that's the challenge. Because... Did it all generate after... You've got a good point, actually. Yeah, no, I would like to find ancient cities down here. But because... I loaded in the chunks in 1.18. Damn it, that's why they should have just, you know... That's actually disappointing, you're right. No, you're right. Thank you for the tip there, Fuzzy. You can't find an ancient city under your pre-1.19 world because the chunks would have loaded at 1.18. Would you rather have all of humanity under one government or all governments collapse? Man, fun questions all around here. So we're gonna dig this down now, and we're gonna do we're gonna do it in a fun way too, just to make this all mean a little bit more. So we'll go 3 blocks here, and we'll go another 3 blocks down. We'll make we'll make the diamond mine go down just for a little bit of fun here. It'll waste a few blocks, but yeah, that's fine. Toycat, do you stream around now because you'll get more views, or because you like to play at night? It is date, like, I don't know how to prove this to you. It is, you know, it's weird. There's a sun directly behind you right now. Do I have to just put a mirror up, maybe? It is daytime. Wait, I'll show you. I'll show you my weather app. It is, can I show you my weather app? Can you see that? It's 25 degrees and sunny right now. There's a hot air balloon on there. So yeah, it's daytime. This is the best time to stream in general, the conventional logic is. I used to try and do different time streams just to see, like, who would, you know, I used to just stream whenever. And you could definitely see, like, you could definitely see there were times where, people were not as able to, because, you know, like, if you're doing something else, you just can't catch a stream. Bro, I want sun. Why don't you have sun? You should definitely go and get yourself sun. Don't tell America about that hot air balloon. It's currently night where I'm at, Toycat's lying. It's true, there's only one place in the world at a time that can have daytime, or have night. You know, there's only one time in the world. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, now you have a super loud... Do you have your super loud... Well, back off the corruption, says Martin Go Gaming. Oh, I uploaded a video about that, but yeah. Do. Thank you, Darren Hughes, for gifting 5 memberships. Love me some pig step. Do. Although, again, like, it's all good. I'm like, happy of you supporting however you want. But right now, the best way to support is via Streamlabs. Link down below, streamlabs.com/toycat. See, even saying it now, I'm like, oh yeah, sound like you're not caring about the thing, huh? But anyway, yeah. So I think Minecraft's a great game for, like, you know, like, giving you a lot of the feelings that, like, are important to feeling good. Pro tip with Toycat. Okay, so this is gonna be like a low area. By having a bunch of torches around, it should be, like, slightly less depressing to look at, maybe. Do. B, I appreciate the members anyway. Maybe by having the member goal, I'm like saying like, oh yeah, you should do that. But this is why the pinned comment is important. It makes you not have to repeat yourself. I think though, with again, like so Darren, big regular person here. We chat a lot. Cool guy. But like Darren, we mentioned it in the last stream. Like it would be the equivalent of saying like, oh yeah, I don't like the way you're doing things, which does feel rude, right? Like people show support how they want, and I think you're allowed to say like, oh yeah, I don't like this. But wait, when money's involved, I guess this is like the flip side. I say a lot on the level of like, yeah, I think that money is a great way to show you care about people, because money is a finite resource. Whereas I can say I like things, or I can say I like cheese, I like ham, I like Uganda, and I like the concept of liberty. But I think I like all four of those things slightly differently. There's no, whereas, money, something, allocation. There we go. Now it all makes more sense, huh? Also, yeah, this is a much better layer to mine at, so I think we'll just do precisely that. And then we'll have to mine the ceiling, because otherwise we'll have like a sheer drop. Or maybe we could just leave it. I think it looks kind of fun like this. Just whatever we have here, it's nice. And then we'll dig this up to the ceiling as well. Just remove that. Place a torch there, and a torch there, and then a torch there, and a torch there. And we're all good. You liking this, chat? I think it'd be better if this was lined up with one of the stairs. I think I probably could do that, actually, if I just... Yeah, I bet so. Emily says Darren's the boss. Good to see you, Emily, by the way. Appreciate the, I appreciate the whole Patreon thing. It was massively appreciated. Yeah, I think that, I think the like kind of flip side of that is like if someone is giving you money, it's like a situation where you should be polite. I think there's always limits on that. Like if someone says, "Here is some money," and now I'm going to say mean things to you, like you get to say like, actually, I'm gonna tell you to stop now. But that's all fine. So yeah, I think I'm joking. From joking about Toycat tax to working in the tax department is a great segue, says Robson Flocini. Do you work in the tax department? Okay, I got some great ideas for you if you do. Rule number 1. But yeah, I hope that how would you react if you were sucked into a real version of your Minecraft world, including the Man, you got some deep questions here today, Poison Heart 96. So I didn't answer your previous one, so I'll go with that first. I think all of humanity I think most government systems work best when there's a little bit of, like, competition between them, Like, because the whole point of any power system is, like, kind of like a monopoly on power. And so it's probably good if you have some limit on that monopoly on power. And so having things compete. But as far as, I think to actually decide between the two would be hard. But if I was sucked into a real version of my Minecraft world, I think it'd be really fun at first, but all of my favorite things in real life don't exist in Minecraft. Like, I like eating food. I guess actually in Minecraft you can eat, like, I don't know, like in Minecraft, the variety of food, not as good as it is in the real world. Like, there's only one type of cake. Am I hearing that correct? There's no cheesecake. Can't even, sounds terrible, right? It'd be nice to make a house out of cake. Like, that would be fun. This is the sad thing about the, the real estate bubble most of the West is in. Is like, if you want to build a house out of cake, you're not gonna find, you can't do that because buying land is too expensive. So I think Minecraft is great in that I could live my dreams of living in a house made of cake. And indeed, there's nothing stopping you from making a house out of cake. There is. Where would I acquire the land to, and then I'm gonna have to like hire a baker? I bet the baker's gonna assume I'm joking and they're gonna say that will cost like $15 trillion, and I'll be like, no, but like for real. There's all sorts of issues that are gonna appear when I try to build my house out of cake in the real world. I think, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe that's not true. So, what's up, ibxtoycat? You're literally a legend YouTuber. You're one of the last guys to make real Minecraft videos. Bless you. Are you implying other people make fake Minecraft videos? I mean, though, that, you know, actually, I said that jokingly. That is the real trend now, right? Like, we've had discussions about this before, but like, a lot of the audience genuinely would like to suspend their disbelief to have something cooler. This is, okay, you know, this is, I really like things that are real. I think there are so many fake things that just appear in the world, you know, like we're telling stories all the time, right? Like, I hate to tell you, but like, did you know Disney's Frozen isn't real? But I hate things that purport to be real and then are not. And I think there's a big flaw in a lot of YouTube. Oh, look, we found our first diamonds. We did it, chat. We did it. True, I've learned to suspend my disbelief for a lot of the content I've watched. But then it's like, I don't think that's... I wish we didn't have to. I wish I could watch things where I knew I was suspending my disbelief, and then I wish there was also a layer of real. But things that are fake have worked out they can be more successful if they mimic real things. But then just, you know, like, I don't know, reality TV, right? Is like, what if we had a show that was just following us around? Except that would be boring. So let's make it follow us around, and then we'll stage a bunch of drama. So that's the format, and you know, maybe you love it, maybe you don't. And so I think I felt like video games were immune from this, but then more and more people do it, and then they're pretty successful. When people confront them on being fake, they're like, yeah, of course it's fake, lol. You know, the classic, that one YouTuber in various colors that are green come to mind. Like people love over-the-top fake if it's like convincing enough. And so, but that shouldn't be the criteria for good or bad. Shouldn't be, can you convince me it's real when it's not? But ultimately, that is the standard. It's like, yeah, you're competing with people who literally aren't making real things. And so, yeah, I think in that sense, like, people are making fake stuff. Is it bad? I think so for me, but I think, like, as a viewer, people are deciding that it's not. I think you've always got to... I think it's really easy when you're in anything for long enough to get really jaded about new stuff. Like, I don't know, even memes now, right? Like, there'll be, like, a trillion memes that are like, oh, there are actually some gay bank robbers, and they passionately kiss each other after every robbery. It's like, that doesn't come from somewhere. You can't just... It's a fun story, but, like, the point of stories is that they're meant to have a reality, right? Like, I can tell... I don't know. Like, the difference between believable and real shouldn't be you know, there should be more of a difference. Fake adverts really a lot. I don't give a damn about Skillshare, damn it. Well, Skillshare is actually the great all-in-one platform where you can... No, I don't want to mention Skillshare, but let me tell you about Squarespace. Did you know making a website is easy with their intuitive one-click tools? And Toycat's real because he live streams 90% of his content now. Yeah, that's been my... I want to live stream I've started live streaming stuff that I do solely because I want you to know, look, if you can watch it, you know it must be real. You don't have to watch it to know that it's there. Like right now, you're gonna see me have a bunch of deep slate diamonds in the Let's Play. You know that I'm mining these diamonds for real. I'm playing the game because I actually like the game. You know, I don't know. Making a website's easy if you learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, unlike someone who isn't a pleb. I mean, would you rather learn languages or pay $6 a month? Checkmate, thought so. Also, Toycat Tax says, Dr. Jedis Partisan, thank you so much for paying the Toycat Tax. Wow, the Department of Toycat Inland Revenue is very excited. But yeah, it's, I think the lines on the internet end up blurred. Also, yeah, we're making a big, like, mining shaft here, from which we'll make a bunch of, like, branch mines. It'll be great. But yeah, I think that we need to take Toycat out of context. Don't we all need to take everything out of context? Okay, so now we're going to go do a bunch of branch mines from this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to pick up a lot of diamonds. I think I also have to start picking up the diamonds that I've left lying around. We'll do that now. Actually, we could leave them on the ground. Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Legends next week. There's Pat the Pauper. I think Legends is a really interesting like game that's I like because so many right now the early numbers on like basically everything are looking pretty bad for it, right? Do you have to pay Social Security in England? It's funny, basically every country has a term for Social Security. And I find it to be fascinating because like every are we gonna dive into Taxes of Toycat? Taxes of Toycat, your favorite Minecraft series. Let's go. Okay, so this is Cobbled Deep Slate. We're gonna fill this up. Actually, I think I probably yeah, I've got too much Cobbled Deep Slate, chat. What do I do about this? I guess I'll just throw more in here. I mean, I can turn it into anything I need. Okay, yeah, I have. Okay, this is Cobbled Deep Slate. This is where it should have gone. Useful for the future. Yo, Toycat, I subbed and have no trouble with house fires thus far. Hey, my man. Also, would you rather have a bracelet of good luck? Also, wait, well, sorry. What's been your favorite spin-off Minecraft game? Oh, I like Legends more than I like Dungeons and Earth for sure. I didn't like Earth because of the I've complained about it enough. The way they did Earth was the dumbest thing in my opinion, and I genuinely think it's a big part of what doomed the game. Would you rather have a bracelet of good luck, a locket of never dying, or a genie's lamp? Oh, a genie's lamp, because you can use the genie's lamp to get more. You could use the genie's lamp to get either of the two things, or you could get something, like, silly. Like, you could, I don't know, like, I feel like I treat it like a video game level. I'd save that till the final boss. If I get cancer, I wish not to have cancer anymore. Like, you'd feel really silly having a bracelet of good luck and then getting cancer anyway, right? Because maybe cancer isn't covered by the good luck bracelet. You don't know the rules until it's too late. Whereas, you can make a more airtight wish. So it's great. A genie can let you wish for unlimited wishes. Yeah, you got to be careful about wishing for unlimited wishes. Sometimes that goes poorly, You gotta make sure you find the balance on it. Sorry, I'm late, says Professor Crafty. Good to see you anyway. It's all good. The unlisted live streams. So a lot of people, I've seen from a fair few people being like, I don't even know how to catch the streams. And in the dream, YouTube could just notify you, and it'd be great. But since YouTube doesn't notify people at present, here's how you catch live streams. Also, we're gonna have to like point this out more clearly. We could place like some deep slate there or something. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll mine a few deep slate blocks. And then we'll place them over there. So this is my shulker box. And where did the deep slate I just mined go? On the ground. There we go. And by just having a block there, it will remind us where we should go. So this is, there we go. So we go underneath it, and we go to Cobble Deep Slate. But if you don't get notifications, I mentioned these in my community post. But if you don't want to just wait till you see a community post, you don't have to keep refreshing. If you go to unlisted live streams, you'll see when the next live stream is currently planned, and you can hit notify me. And then even if it changes from that, you'll be able to know exactly when it's happening. So this is my shulker box. I'm gonna store my stuff in there. Let's go mining for diamonds. I'm gonna do this at exactly layer 0, just because it's fun. And we're going to go left, we're going to go right, and we're going to see where it takes us. It will be a lot of good stuff. When he remembers to post it in advance. Yeah, that's the one downside. I usually do it, but I've got this weirdest thing about pressure, right? Like, it's the silliest thing, because I know I make YouTube videos where there's basically an expectation that even if I don't upload every day, it's still like, if you don't upload in a week, people assume you're dead, and they move on to the next day. Like, it's a weird reality of the job. But even though that's like the truth, I still feel like, oh, if I say there's gonna be a live stream and there's not, then people would be disappointed or something like that. It's like I love live streaming being a fun thing I choose to do rather than like oh god, I have to do this, it's my obligation sort of thing. So that's my very poor logic as to why there are sometimes streams like that. Like the time you were stuck on the bus. Man, the number of times I've been like, okay, we can stream, and then someone gets in the way, and I'm like, oh no, just chat. We can do this. If I was a genie, I'd work as hard as possible to make your wishes go badly. If I was a member of the Fae, you and the rest of the chat would be trapped in eternal live streams. Okay, chat, we're trapped in an eternal live stream now. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Yeah, I really like hanging out on the Let's Play world. It's definitely my go-to like comfort Minecraft, right? Like, hey, more diamonds, by the way. We'll have to place some torches to make it clear that we're going this way. Nice. So that is another 4 diamonds. We're gonna have a lot of these by the time we're done, aren't we? I sometimes strip mine for 600 blocks. Yeah, I used to. I like mining so much in Minecraft. A lot of people are like, yeah, but the fun is when you do other stuff. I think it's fun to mine. The 9 to 5 live streams did feel endless. In the good way, right, Dasher? In the good way. Are you an advocate for ally rights? No, I don't believe in ally rights. If allies want rights so bad, then why don't they come and take them? I do have to say, something about Minecraft Legends makes me want to use allies way more, though. Like, I've been, they're so useful in Legends that I'm like, I want to just find excuses to use them, you know? It went so quick, the 9 to 5, says CC 2510. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. This person understands perfectly. I think I first started chatting in the 9 to 5 streams. I think, I don't want to commit this early on. I think in the next week, we're going to do, not 9 to 5, but we're going to do like some long streams. Because, yeah, I think that's my plan. Obviously, we're going to be doing the Legends playthrough. I'm going to be playing on Legendary. But I think as well as that, I want to do some like long-form Minecraft stuff. So, yeah, look forward to that. Maybe. Or don't. It's your decision, ultimately. So, flip all of these in there, and then... Do we need the scaffolding right now? Yeah, probably not. And let's place this down. And we're good. I remember the 10-hour peaceful stream. Oh, yeah, that... See, that's still... I love that type of, like, stream on this channel. Just... I really... I don't know why. Just having a really big objective and working towards it for so long. It's nice. It's real nice. I find it enjoyable. I find it very enjoyable. So, it comes out on 18th, right? Minecraft Legends? Yeah, it comes out early on the 18th. I'll schedule the stream for it now if you want to know the exact time that it's out. Because that's when we can play more of the game. I'm excited to play more of the game. I don't know about you. 10-hour peaceful stream, says Clariframe. Yeah, so, Minecraft used to be impossible to beat on peaceful. No one had ever beaten Bedrock Edition on peaceful mode. But, because the reason you can't is you need blaze rods. You need to go to the end. The end requires IF enders, unless you somehow had a portal with 12 IF enders. But because there were only 4 billion, maybe 4 million seeds. I think it's 4 billion seeds with a B. Because there were only 4 billion seeds, it was like mathematically impossible for you to find a 12-eye portal. And so, because of that, the moment they switched to 64-bit seeds, the hunt for a 12-eye seed began. Actually, maybe we found the 12-eye seed before they switched to it, but the point was the very first 12-eye seed was found, I think it's 1 million blocks away from spawn. Genuinely 1 million blocks. And so, what can you do, right? What can you do about going 1 million blocks? It's not possible to do that in exact... We actually did. We walked 12 hours. And so I beat Minecraft for the first time in 2 ways. I beat Minecraft on Peaceful for the first time it had been done on Bedrock. And then I beat Minecraft without going to the Nether the first time we'd done on Bedrock, which took walking 10 hours. We had to go 1 million blocks. It was a long walk. It was a long walk. Speaking of long walks, thank you very much for the tip, Poison Heart 96. Would you rather never have to sleep, eat, or age from this point onwards? You can still, but it won't affect you positively or negatively. So I like eating too much. Like, I think if you took away my eating, my life gets, like, noticeably sadder. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know what I do if I can't eat. But, as far as, sleeping or aging, I want to... sleeping can feel real good, but sometimes it really gets in the way. So I think I'd pick aging, because if you can't age, you're now in control of your destiny. Like, I could still get hit by a car or something, but I'm young enough that I've got better odds of surviving those things. Yeah, definitely age, right? There's no way. No one's ever giving up on eating over aging, I think. Now that I really analyze it, that's my thing. I'd watch a mega stream like that again. So my plan is I want to do 100 days in the ultra flat survival. I think we might do it in like the beta, so we can play with new features and stuff. But yeah, I think 1.8.30 that added 64-bit seeds, if I'm not mistaken. I think it might have been before 64-bit seeds then. Now that I think about it, you can starve to death, but at least you'll look good. Honestly, I think that starving to death is it always sounds like a bad death, but I've heard you get into like a euphoria when you go far enough. Like, that's why people fast, right? Like, it changes you. I've also heard, have you heard about, I learned about this recently, bull ants. There's this type of ant that gives you the highest amount of pain that we can, like, observe as humans, right? It's really hard to measure pain, but it's like, just them biting you, it puts some neurotoxin in your pain receptors that just messes you up. And so I learned about these fun ants. And apparently there's a lot of tribes that will, like, force their young people to go through where, they put their hands in these, like, blank gloves or something. But the idea is like, by going through that much pain, you become a man or something like that. Which is, there's some concerning undertones of what it means to be a man. Is it bullet ants? Oh, bullet ants, not bull ants. Oh, I see how I misheard that, right? Like bullet ants. So, Kat, why are you mining diamonds? You're enslaving yourself to a capitalist regime of inequality that will sometimes crush us all. Yep, sounds good to me. Excited for it. That show's been recommended to everyone. Yeah, it's a good one, right? It's a real good one. It's the, I really want to try it, but I know I'd regret it immediately afterwards, right? Like, just it can't be so painful that 0.5 seconds takes 8 hours of your life to get over. But also, I've gone through similarly, terrible things that take that long. Probably. Maybe start with a less painful sting. That's a good point. Yeah, I get like upset at a bee sting, so maybe I shouldn't jump straight to a bullet ant. That's you're making a pretty good point, Ducky Skylord. I'm glad that I have you to be the voice of reason. Michaela says only Toycat would want the worst pain imaginable. I mean, how can you not be curious though? How can you not say to yourself, like, how bad is the worst pain? I mean, it's the worst. It's the... Also, cannot wait to see more Legends campaign after Tuesday, says Adelaide. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate the tip. Yeah, I'll be scheduling the stream. I think I might be able to schedule it right now, actually. Wait, let's try something for the first time, chat. No, I can't. Okay. So as soon as this stream's over, you'll be able to, like, hit notifications on that. Yeah, I'll probably finish it Tuesday and then Wednesday, maybe. The worst pain is stepping. Stepping? Honestly, after that, any pain will just be a laugh. That's why it would be so interesting. The warrior wasp is the worst. I saw someone get bit by a some form of giant lizard, and that looked pretty bad too. I think I turned on the History Channel because I was watching TV at a hotel, and apparently the History Channel is just people being bit by lizards, which, again, proves more people are interested in being bitten by weird animals than they are in history, apparently, which is a bad sign for how much we care about history, but a really great sign for how much we care about being bit by lizards, right? No, the worst pain is definitely stepping. What is stepping? Sorry, this is stepping. I'm gonna have to Google. Stepping is the rhythmic movement that uses hands and feet as the musical engine. Am I missing some? What is stepping in black culture? Okay, no, that's not the thing. What is stepping called? Blocking it. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Is this a... You know, we'll just say it's a Dutch thing, right? No, I'm just hypermobile. On Legos. Yeah, no, I think stepping on a British plug. Okay, actually, I agree with Hexateron. Yeah, British plugs hurt so much when you step on them. You're like, your life is ruined for 5 seconds. You know, if I'm complaining about stepping on British plugs, maybe I shouldn't get bitten by bull ants. Yeah, I've always felt like drowning would be an unpleasant one too, because you'd hold your breath for so long, right? And then eventually you'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna try and breathe, and then you'd breathe, but you wouldn't get air, like your body desperately is hoping for. You'd get water. Like I don't know that. I think you'll use up all your energy doing that or whatever swimming looks like. Oh apparently my chest is sore. I didn't realize till I tried to do swimming motions. Yeah, Lego is nothing compared to British plugs. Walking in Klompen isn't comfortable either. What is Klompen? You know, that's a made up word, right? What's the difference between standing on British versus American plugs? Oh, I can show you. Okay, so this is an American plug. Oh, what did I do? Hello? Oh, I broke something, internet. Oh, okay, you can... Oh, I think I unplugged the TV. Or the monitor I'm using. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is an American plug. Do you see it? It's got 2 prongs. So, this hurts, but I can do that kind of fine. I think these are like, they're not particularly sharp. They've got rounded edges. And there's only 2 of them, so like, if you get something trapped in there, it kind of hurts. But a British plug has 3 prongs, because it's got a grounding neutral. And that thing is sharp. It's not actually sharp, it's got a little bit of curve on the end. But because there's, like, that 3rd prong is so solid that you poke into that, and you're like, you know, your foot has to be like, ah, until you move it. Like, you have to instinctively move or you'll be in a lot of pain. So yeah, pro tip. There is a 3-pronged American plug too. Oh yeah, I should... Okay, I need someone to explain this to me, chat. Can someone tell me why sometimes American plugs have 3 prongs and sometimes 2 prongs? I want to show you a 3-pronged plug, but I have to unplug my monitor apparently again. I can't work out why there's only sometimes the grounding plug. Because this is enough to power an Xbox, right? It's 240 volts. Why does this not need a grounding prong? But then you'll have, like, my laptop charger, which I could probably temporarily unplug, but, like, I want to show you more plugs. Sometimes they've got the grounding prong on there. And I don't understand why it's only sometimes in there. My laptop has a 3-prong plug, but my laptop uses less power than I got a PlayStation 5, right? It's 2-prong plug. Why is this the case? I don't know. I don't know at all. Actually, chat, I want to do something a little bit selfish. Well, since I've gathered you all here today, if anyone here is a PlayStation pony, I would really like a Sony pony. I would love to hear if you know the answer to my riddle. I know what my PlayStation Network ID is, right? Like, I know what my PSN account is tied to. I'm very aware of it. I know it. It's great. But I don't know what the email is associated with the account. And I tried to use my email that you'd assume that I would try. And someone has signed up, like, this happens to me all the time. Like, people sign up for accounts using my email for some reason. And it's like usually it doesn't work because you have to verify your email. But apparently on PlayStation Network, you didn't have to verify your email. So just someone called Herobrine made an account with the email that I assumed I'd used. But I don't know what my email is. And I can just wait till I get home in the UK, because if you have your console, you can move it manually. But since I'm not in the same country as my PlayStation 4, how do I... People just using your email? Oh, it's the most insane thing. It happens all the time. Like, why... Like, someone gets to the email field on a form, and then figures, I'll type in ibxtoycat instead of my name. And, you know, that's like... Well, that's already kind of weird, right? But it's... Whatever. There's a lot of weird people. Like, obviously, it doesn't work. I get a lot of... Another one I see people try is, Again, I don't want to talk too much about all this stuff because like you don't want to talk about security stuff and like it's not a challenge. Like anyone can get into anything if they're determined enough. But I see a lot of people like try to reset my password for like I don't know my Minecraft account or something, and it's like, what did you assume would happen when you went to recover password and you typed in my email? Did you think that would go to you for some reason? That's the risk of making your email public. Yeah, no, it's a me problem. Yeah, it's a very specific problem. Why not use a Series X? The hardware is more powerful, if anything, on Xbox. Oh, I just already have a Series X, so I figured I'd buy a PS5. Maybe I shouldn't have figured that. Silly 9-year-olds. We're all 9-year-olds, though, James Weston. So we're all very silly. But yeah, I just localization issues probably says Caden Herb. But okay, I wanna know the answer to the question. I know my PSN account ID. How do I find out my email? Like, because I never used to have to sign in with an email. Because if I did, then I would know. You get what I'm saying? Or in fact, is it like somewhere in the... Do you think in one of my videos I could go back and find my email from it? I guess there aren't any Sony ponies here. Oh, we don't have any Sony ponies in chat? That's disappointing. Some electronics need a ground and some electronics do not. It's because grounded circuits are less vulnerable to surges. Expensive electronics are more likely to have a ground so they don't get ruined. But but PlayStation 5 doesn't have a grounding pin, even though that seems pretty useful. Can you have Harrison do it manually from the UK? Harrison does not live in my house. I should ask if he wants to though. That might be fun. Get a little gamer house going. Yeah, that's a great idea. Sony Pony Phonies, says Juju Tinky Doo. You may have to contact PlayStation support and ask them. Yeah, that's what I have to do. They have really weird hours. They're open from like 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's like, who's awake during those hours? Who is awake between, it's just ridiculous. The PS5 is vulnerable to surges then. Apparently so. Can Microsoft support help use this Poison Heart 96? I should contact Microsoft support. They wouldn't know what to do, but at least they'd be there for me, Are you allowed to contact, like, company support and ask for emotional support? Like, hey Amazon, I was having an issue with my delivery. The problem with my delivery is I bought this as a present for my ex-wife, and, she's kind of been awful to me ever since and started yelling, and so I've decided I don't want to get it to her. Free therapy, says Michaela. And then maybe they'd be like, oh, thank God this customer's not yelling at me. You should do it on stream, says Corbin. That's a good idea. Let's contact Amazon customer support right now. You can go for each of your emails on PlayStation. Yeah, that was my, that was my, like, plan. But it's like, it's such an old account, apparently I don't know the email. Sounds like customer support abuse. Chat, do you want to abuse me emotionally? Does anyone want some free customer support therapy? Ask me your questions, and I'll therapize you for free. Emotional support pony, says James Weston. Thank you very much. All I need right now is the emotional support pony. Try searching for PlayStation purchases in all your email inboxes. Yeah, actually, funny enough, that's what Sony says to do too, and I was like, yes, it's genius. But I can't find it there either, and it's like, I feel like I just don't have an email. I know that can't be. Also, I don't want to pick up the diamonds. It's fine that I have them, though. Yeah, is it fine? Whatever, it's fine. We picked them up. They're already here. I'm currently watching your 100 Days Ultra Hardcore. I'm on hour 8 so far after watching it on and off for 2 weeks as Matrix Mega. Give you some real credit where the credit's due. Also, a YouTuber I watched had to call Netflix support, and the first thing he asked is whether he wanted to cancel his account. Chat, do you want to cancel your accounts? But yeah, if anything, what are you specifically doing right now on this stream? So I'm getting diamonds right now, because we're going to need a lot of diamonds post 1.20, right? Like, that's a fact. In the next update, it's going to be harder. We're going to need more diamonds for more things. So we're going to mine a bunch of diamond ore. Can you recontinue the 3DS e-store, please, Toycat? I bet I can. If I just asked my supervisor nicely, maybe we could get the 3DSE store recontinued. My biggest problem with mining is you can't do it with one hand. It feels so inefficient, you know? Maybe, actually, I could probably set up my controller so I can mine with one hand, right? If I just flip the sticks. Can you flip the sticks, actually? Wait, okay. Chat, here's my genius idea. Okay, if I just change the... Okay, you can't flip the sticks, but I could flip my mining and attack triggers. Okay, so I'm gonna make this that, and this that. That's gonna confuse me later. But now I can mine with one hand. Yeah, oh, but only not very well. Else I can't rotate. Okay, I just have to rotate, and then we'll go mining. Yeah, one-handed mine. So now I can drink my water. There was an ice cube in there. I wasn't expecting an ice cube. It's fine, it's water. You can spit it on the floor. You ever realize that's the amazing thing about ice? You can just put it wherever you want, because it just turns into water. And you're allowed to put water wherever you want. If you weren't allowed to, then it wouldn't rain. That's my high-quality analysis of the issue. Hope you enjoy it. Minecraft with one hand challenge. Yeah, if you could map the controller to one hand, it'd be so easy to one-hand Minecraft, I think. Like, the only thing we can't do is look around. And even that, all we've got to do is, like, reach over to the other side of the controller. Oh, it hurts to do it, never mind. But yeah, you remind me of Will from Stranger Things. Oh, Will actually says that about me. He's like, you remind me of myself from Stranger Things. Wait, no, Will often gets, you remind me of ibxtoycat from those YouTube videos. It's a really common thing people say. Also, thank you, Saul Goodman, for the SGD? Is that Singapore dollar? Also, that reminds me, did you ever watch Breaking Bad or Calling Saul? I started watching Breaking Bad again recently. It's a pretty good show. I never really got into Better Call Saul. Like, people loved it, but I just never did. I think, like, long-form TV is, like, such a commitment to get into, right? Like, once you're into it, you basically can't get out. You're just like, I will waste 2 hours of my day, minimum, until I'm done with it. I get the same way about, like, also, low batteries, huh? That's probably not a problem. I get the same way about, I do honestly get the same way about, like, games. Like, if I get really into a game, like, I've got a code to play God of War, my PlayStation. It was a fun thing they gave me when I bought it. But if also, we got a bunch of gravel, can't pick up. So we just put these 12 deep slate blocks on the ground. We can. When you get really into a game, it's like, yep, you are now giving up on I don't know, like, I just find, like, it's really nice sometimes to be, like, addicted to something, right? We all love addiction, otherwise we wouldn't live in the world.
Napkin or hand towel under your microphone will prevent the earthquake sounds when you put down your water. Buy a gummy pickle at Omega Mart with this money.
Okay, wait, so a napkin or hand towel under my microphone. But is there an earthquake sound? But there's a... Oh, you're saying, like, under whatever I'm putting down. I was like, but the microphone's on a... Wait, you can see my microphone's on a stand. Do you want to see it? Oh, you can't see it. Oh, there's a magic line here where you can't... Wow, that's crazy. Over here, I'm talking directly into the microphone, and you can't see it, Internet. But yeah, thank you for the pro tip. I'll just stop putting stuff down near the microphone, honestly. Sorry, Internet. You deserve better than earthquakes. That's I promise you do. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly flip my triggers back. Otherwise, I'll get used to it. It actually works quite nicely this way around. I'm surprised they didn't go with this. There'd be a lot more parity if we just said left and right, rather than having to flip them for consoles. The first few seasons of Better Call Saul sucked, but the last few were good. I always hear that, and it's like, but I don't want to watch bad seasons to enjoy good seasons, right? Does anyone ever feel like that way? Like, when people say, oh, this thing's really good, you just gotta sift through the bad stuff first. It's like, but I want to enjoy myself. Shouldn't entertainment be a joy, not a chore? Yeah, that's my crazy opinion. You're not gonna get another addiction like Minecraft, it's one of a kind. Yeah, every other game, okay, so I got, even Minecraft Legends, I got crazy into that in the middle of this week. And then I finished it, and I'm like, okay, I'm good now. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to enjoy my second playthrough. I'm going to play a bit of multiplayer, and then maybe I'll enjoy some DLC. But with Minecraft, it's like, yeah, I'm always enjoying it, and then I extra enjoy it when there's a DLC wave or whatever. It's like a whole... It is a weirdly different addiction, I do have to say. For better or for worse. So, you create good content about Minecraft Bedrock, says Nivali. Thank you. Try my best. But, it's true, why should anyone make a long-time investment with their time ever? Says Captain Jam. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Is like, if... I think it is a really good idea to make long-term investments of your time to do some things that are hard in the present for the good that comes in the future. That is something I am a believer in. But I also think that entertainment fills a gap, which is doing things that are pleasurable now to kind of, like, recover. Like, video games and TV shows can't be bad for long. Because if they're bad for long... Like, if you have to watch, like, 15 hours of bad content to get to the good content, you're not... If you have to watch that in one day, you could say, yeah, I'm having one... But, like, you're gonna have 15 separate... Also, the stream's a little laggy for me. Hope it's just my internet. Oh, we've been dropping some frames, but not many. Tell me how the stream is for you, chat. It says the stream is healthy. But we'll see if that's true. Yeah, also, we're getting a lot of tough, apparently. That's fun. Yeah, stream is a little choppy. Stream's fine. Stream's fine. Stream's good, even. I just study you while watching, so I recover while working. I think, like, you know, this is a... You know, to call it recovering is a little bit much, because, like, what are we really doing that's so crazy? But, like, entertainment is used as downtime. Like, you've got to have uptime and downtime. If you make everything uptime, you won't do very good. If you make everything downtime, you'll go crazy. So, there's no point if you... Like, if Minecraft was only good after you got 100 hours in, no one would ever play it. But it's good when you start, it's good when you continue. Sometimes there are brief lulls in excitement, or brief lulls in the peaks, but then you get right back to it, right? That's the genius, that's the joy. So, what are you strip mining for, says Landy Bones? I'm looking for as many ores as I can get my hand on, but mostly I'm looking for diamonds. I'm gonna have a lot of diamonds by the end of this. It's gonna be great. I honestly, I wish we should just use the Silk Touch pickaxe, get some regular deep slate, and just call it a day, because it mines slightly faster, and that's fine. But yeah, I think, I think, like, understanding what is your up and what's your down is quite important. Because sometimes you can have a whole day where you feel like you're just doing things and being crazy all the time, and you're exhausted by the end. You're like, oh, I can't do anything anymore. And some days you're like, yeah, what I would enjoy more than anything else is doing literally nothing. I'm gonna sit here like a cactus, and then that's... wait, what's the phrase? Couch potato. That's better than a cactus. I mean, cactuses do also just sit there, right? You know, we don't criticize cactuses for being lazy enough. Like, they sit there all day, and they expect you to water them. They expect you to, you know, like, feed them, probably. I don't understand the cactus economy. But, you know, I think we need to all have a collective moment where we consider, like, do we need cactuses? Could we just get rid of them? Cacti deserve criticism. Yes, someone needs to call out cacti, or cactuses, as they're also known. I give up Minecraft every time I die and lose most of my items, and that happens a lot, says Michaela. Have you considered playing on an easier difficulty? I think I want to do a peaceful run of Minecraft. I don't know if I'd want to do the whole, like, switch to easy to get blazes or whatever. But I think just like, you know, it's chill, it's peaceful. See how that like goes for me. Try to get a blue axolotls as that person. I do have a fun idea in mind to get a thing. In return, they poke you. Exactly, that's... We work so hard for Cactus. And what do they do in return? They poke us so hard that they make stuff disappear. Oh, look at that. What do we found here? We found ourselves... Is this just a single water source block? It's always so weird when you find these, right? Can we all agree on that? So we just place gravel. Make it go away. And now there's no more water underground. Yeah, I'd like to find a water cave or something. I think that's my real thing here. Is like, even though branch mining works in Minecraft, I prefer just diving into a cave. I found easy, but I still fall into lava a lot. Gaming isn't really my strong suit, says Michaela. I would say, like if you I don't know, like if you get demotivated, like start on peaceful, and then like, you know, just vibe around for a bit. And then see if you enjoy peaceful. And then I'd say like, okay, if you feel to yourself you need the challenge, then you can switch over to easy, and then you'll be like, oh, it's not dying to the lava is what makes the game interesting. In a weird way, right? Also, yeah, let's get ourselves these diamonds. So we've got 4 more batches of diamonds here. Or 4 more individual diamonds here. That's good. That's real good. And so now we just have to place a torch at the entrance to this whole thing. We'll remove this one. And go 1 here. 1 there. So it's very clear where the things lie. And then I guess we've got like a few more of these we should do. I don't think I've ever played a world primarily in peaceful. Maybe a couple easy worlds before I was competent. Yeah, I've never done a primarily peaceful world, just because I always thought it was like a little bit silly, honestly. But that's kind of why I want to. I want to have the experience for the first time. Like, know for sure what it's really like. So yeah, here's my little secondary diamond mine. And also, American Cactus lets you talk to aliens if prepared properly, it says WJK. You know, that is a interesting way of looking at the world. And I am definitely going to agree with you on this conversation. This is me giving you your crazy voice. Whoa, we just found diamonds down there. Look at that. That's cool. Let's make sure we keep an eye on that. Yeah. Is that 1 diamond? It's 2 diamonds. Oh, it's 4 diamonds. Perfect. I saw a Minecraft session a while back that suggested spawners drop one of the associated mob drops for peaceful players. Yeah, I think that would be a good way... You know, actually, that's a really good idea. Peaceful Minecraft, but it's hardcore. Okay, hardcore peaceful Minecraft. If we die, whole runs up. That's actually a fun idea. I like that, right? Chat, what do you think? Peaceful hardcore Minecraft run? How long can we survive in peaceful Minecraft? You can still die on peaceful. If you fall into lava or the void, you are still dead. You know every third comment would be someone being like, but how is this possible? You know that would be the case. Up the difficulty each time you die until you get to hardcore. I think you'd go the reverse way, right? Start on hardcore, and every time you die, the difficulty goes down. I like the idea of it going up, though. I think that's a better... Also, I left my shulker box. We have to go all the way back down. I've died in peaceful before, and I'm still sad about it. Have you ever considered not being? That could solve all your problems. That would be a long stream. You know, that's the genius in it, really, right? Okay, so I'm going to dig myself a little water bucket hole here. Just put a water bucket down there. And then I'm going to dig down specifically over to that. And I'm going to make it so I can just get down to the diamond mine a lot easier. Just by instinct, pause the stream to pick something up, hoping you and every other human participating in the world pause for me, says Captain Jam. It is weird, the phrase is like object permanence, I think, right? But it's also 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we dig down. to get to the diamonds. We shouldn't hit lava, and if we do, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We won't hit lava, though. We'll hit this. We'll pick up these iron ore, actually. Just while we're here, anyway. And we'll keep going down. Probably best to place torches. Yeah, we need another torch stack, anyway. Let's do it. Grab another one. Little torch pile. Let's go. But yeah, powder snow's got me a few times in Peaceful. That might be fun, actually. Wait, that might be more fun. How many ways can you die in Peaceful? I like that. A funny speedrun to die on Peaceful. Yeah, I want to know now. You can't really die on Peaceful very easily. But how many times can I die on Peaceful? Let's find out. I feel like a cactus might be able to kill you too. Full damage, yeah, full damage, lava, the void. This is a really good idea. You know, this is a real good idea. You know, write this down. Falling dripstone. Yeah, there's a surprising number of ways you could probably die. Spawn next to a lava pit, jump in it like Toycat, taking that suffocation. How do you get to the void though? How do you get the void? Yeah, you'd have to have a specific world. Yeah, you could find a specific world with 1, a hole through the world, or 2, the portal in the end. Because the dragon probably kill you. Yeah, you'd fall through the void in the overworld. Suspicious stew. Now, yeah, you could drink a potion of harming. Yeah, potion of harming is another way. Pufferfish only poisons you. I guess you can pufferfish and then chain that into something small. TNT. Oh yeah, TNT. Man, there's a surprising number of ways. There's a really surprising number of ways. So you have a bubble column. It's funny. I set it up, but then like you gotta like train yourself to use it, and it's just not the instinct. I've got all these ladders. I've got this whole thing here. Arrow shot straight up. Oh yeah, you can arrow shoot yourself. That's gonna go on the list. Yeah, dispenser with arrows too. Dispenser with fire charges as well. Okay, so now let's put our resources away. And we're going to go work on a second project now, chat. Because again, this was important. Glad we did it, don't get me wrong. So we'll go into the Oreo chest. Oh, we've got so much. We've got so many diamonds. Oh yeah, we got too many resources in here, honestly. Oh yeah, there we go. Just look at this chat. I am just like rolling in the resources. But yeah, let's put away our tough. This is a tough chest, I think. Yeah, it is. Whoa. It's a sign of just how much I'm getting. Did you get a whole 2 diamond ore out of that? Wow. Oh no, the rest of the diamond ore are chilling in the place. Like I'm gonna go collect them for a video, I think. I think it'd be more satisfying that way. Tough build when? Oh, I should make a tough golem, right? That's a good idea. If I've got all the tough anyway, maybe I should make something out of it. Yeah, look at that. Make me a giant golem out of that. Drowning, I know, because I've done that. I thought Bedrock had the door trick. It doesn't. It's weird that Java does have the door trick. It doesn't make any sense because you can waterlog doors. Oh, I guess maybe you can't in Java. But like you should be able to. There's no good reason why you can't waterlog doors in Java. Just to show you, wait, fun fact, right now. Just, you know, just for poly. Because this is weird to me. Like when people said like just use a door for water. For years I was like, are you a little high? Like what's wrong with you? Because you can just put water in the door. And like I don't understand why you can't on Java. It's whatever, you know, you can put water in leaves for God's sake. Like you can put water in quite a few weird blocks actually. My favorite odd block that you can put water in is the you can put it in a composter. Look at that. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. So I think you can do that on Java too. Can you put it in a pumpkin? No. There's one block that feels 100% solid, but you can put stuff in there anyway. You can put it around chains. You can put it around on the top of chains. It's all very nonsensical. Java compost doesn't hold water. Wow, we're learning lots of fun facts today. Okay, so let's go to the Nether. We're gonna put away the redstone and the flint first, though, and then we're gonna go work it out. Would iron golems kill you? Oh wait, no, we gotta put away a whole shulker box too. I don't think iron golems will kill you on peaceful. I think they'll let you just murder them if that's what you want. Yeah, it might be fun. Might be. I bet there's a way where we could. Maybe the wither. No, I don't think you can summon the wither. Where do I put redstone? There's definitely a place in my world. I think it's in a separate room for some reason. I think it's still over here, right? No, I moved the redstone chest. Is it this? Is it this? No, it's not. Okay, I have a place where redstone goes in my world, but I can't work it out, chat. I have my own inventory, my own sorting system has thwarted me. I've slain many a golem on peaceful for quick iron. Yeah, the whole game works differently. It's much more relaxed. So let's take the stone out of here first. Put this away in my main place. Then we'll take the deep slate out as well. Such good organization. Thank you. I do my best. I do what very few people can. Maybe it's up here, because yeah, there we go. That's a redstone chest, right? Perfect. I knew it. I knew there'd be a method to the madness. Okay, so then we'll put the deep slate away. Easy stuff. This is my deep slate chest. I ran out of deep slate recently, so it's going to be useful to have some of that. I use it solely for making things look somewhat natural, even though they're not. Then we take the last 2 blocks out. Did I mine that block back there? Nope, I think it's just always existed and I've ignored it. So let's actually patch that up. If we just put a couple deep slate there and there, I can confuse future me. Creepers aren't in peaceful, lol. Yeah, it's a shame creepers aren't on peaceful, because how'd you get your gunpowder? Wait, is gunpowder possible on peaceful? I guess you could, like... You find it in chests, I guess, technically. But yeah, otherwise, no. I wonder how many chests you have in your world. Yeah, I would love to see the stats for stuff like that, right? Wouldn't you just, like... See, like, how many... I think it'd be interesting. See how many, like, different items you placed around a world. Just saying, Minecraft, give us stats so I can find out what a hoarder I am. I need to know. I just need to know. Gunpowder is in dungeon chests and desert temples. Yeah, every structure is so sad on peaceful. You just go there, and then you take the stuff, and then you leave. Which, like, isn't actually that far off what you do on normal difficulties. But it feels a bit sadder, right? It feels a bit sadder on peaceful. Am I the only one that thought the flower mechanic for golems is adorable? No, it definitely is, 100%. Okay, deep slate, where are we headed? We're heading in here. Okay, let's head off to the Nether. I'm working on a big project now. Honestly, I've been, like... This is a classic example of, like... I've been procrastinating this big project for so long. Because procrastination is just... It's human nature to be like, I could do this thing now, or what if I did it, like, another time instead? And if you can never find an excuse to do it another time, I feel like it's just so easy to. And again, maybe there's some great value in prioritization that I'm just not understanding. But yeah, for now, we're just going to grab all of the netherrack we can. It isn't actually going to be very much, huh? Did we empty all of these chests already? Yeah, we... Okay, no, we got this whole thing. We're going to fill this with netherrack. Have we got... Oh, we got a whole extra chest. We'll just unload this one for now. Just nice and easy. Throw it in the shulker box. Shulker box. It is going to be full. Why'd you still have the open chat message enabled? Wait, you can turn that off? You can... Chat, wait. Oh, yeah, it's in the accessibility, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, thank God. Thank you for that. I genuinely forgot you could turn that off. That's such a life-changing quality of life improvement. Oh, everything's so much better now. Does Bedrock have the pet cat gift mechanic where they bring items to your bed if allowed to roam? Yeah, so I think you can get phantom membranes in there, and it's one of the weirder, like, I think that's a Bedrock exclusive for some reason. I don't know if there's a good reason why, but I've heard that that is true. Okay, then we're gonna take the Neverac from here. Oh, no, you don't attack me. I'm busy right now. Doing other things, Mr. Blaze. I guess we'll take all of this. Is there more in here? There's 3 more stacks. And then the rest of this top one, too. The whole bottom layer row. And then we'll fill up the rest, because we got a whole chest that we can take at some point, which is 2 shulker boxes. But we'll fill up the rest of this shulker box and the other shulker box from the project. So we have to make sure... Oh, hello there, friends. I think I should make a blaze farm. I've never made one before. I just want to see how it is, you know? Might be a real good time. Don't know if it would be a real good time. Might be a real good time, though. Okay, so I think, let's just quickly check something. Oh, we're actually on normal right now. I often, like, there's basically no difference besides armor, basically, how much it, like, affects. But yeah, do you have fire protection on your armor? I don't, but I feel like I should sometimes, you know? Ooh, yeah, not today. Not today, my friend. Okay. So we're gonna continue our tunnel because this is our biggest source of Nevrac in the world. I have to mine this thing like crazy, and so I shall indeed. You can see there's a particular stretch here that we're gonna be focusing on, and so let's do that. We've mined this as far as we can go. No, we haven't, and we're gonna hopefully have a bigger, more successful tunnel by the end of this. So I don't know why there's a blue ice block there actually. Do you know why there's one? Also, I'm gonna start wearing a, okay. This is why you need to wear armor in the Nether, really. Do I have any armor? Also, by the way, look at this, chat. This is my least favorite thing. I have to sit here and just wait for 20 seconds to recover. And I'll run back in. Just knock you off, easy. Okay, it's always a little bit risky for no good reason. I feel like you can be, like, on the cusp of death just because you forgot. Something. I'm seeing more old-time fans today. Awesome. Good to see you, old-time fans. Wow, what is it like being so old-timey? You must feel so old, am I right? There we go. Just scare some people off with that. Yeah, no, I like when we feel like we have a nice little dedicated community here. It's, I say a lot, but the Toy Cat community, definitely one of the best ones, objectively speaking. So we have to mine through this at a diagonal. It feels like stiff knees, says Jamie. Hey, good to see you, Jamie. How are you doing? You having a good day? I hope you are. Can you see how long I've been subbed, says Gavin Eckerman? One sec, I need to quickly turn down. I can't on a live stream, by the way. My very minor complaint. I got like a smart thermostat. It's really smart. Chat stream. I got this really incredibly smart thermostat. But it seems to have different temperatures depending, like, it will, you know, like 21 degrees means something different to it based on how it feels outside. Like the sunnier it is, the lower the temperature. Yeah, you know, like 21 degrees requires more AC. I don't understand what I'm saying, but you know, like, it doesn't actually pick a temperature that feels the same. I used to do that in my, something I used to like is in my old house, I could just set it to 20 degrees, and I never had to think about the temperature. But I haven't had that in so long. Like, I'm always gonna make micro adjustments here. If you Google how long I've been subscribed to someone on YouTube, you'll get a site that can tell you that. Yeah, because unless you make the information public, like, it's hard for a YouTuber to tell you. And even if you do, like, it's not always publicly visible. Or it's not always, like, visible for me to find out. But something that is always visible is you can just check it yourself. And then you can brag. For some reason, I don't know why, it's one of those weird things you see a lot where people are like, oh yeah, I've been subscribed for 15 years, Toycat. It's like, I didn't have a... Or like, I've been subscribed since the beginning, I was your, like, 50th subscriber. And it's like, I don't think that's true. I just, like, I know it's not true. I did like one of the things I regret doing because it didn't do anything for me. I did some like sub for sub stuff for like the first like 50 subscribers, thinking like, oh yeah, if, like no one wants to subscribe to a channel with no subscribers, but if you see 50 subscribers, you'll be like, ooh, this is someone on the rise. You know, you ever feel that, right? Like a channel with 3 subscribers, why would you subscribe to it? A channel with 53 subscribers, you're getting in on the ground floor. Like, you wouldn't be the first person to eat a new food type, right? If it's like, oh yeah, we've invented, it's a new type of food called the florgle, you'd be like, that's weird. But if you see there's 10 people ahead of you in the line to get florgles, you'd be like, oh, I want me a florgle so bad. I can't wait to try the florgle. I've heard it's got all the nutrition you need for a day. I think that, how about those who never subscribe but keep watching videos in secret? I'm kind of torn about whether that's like a good thing as a YouTuber, right? Because a part of me wants to say like, oh, it'd always be better if you just subscribe, though, right? Like, what, you want to give that a shot? But then the other part of me says, well, actually, oh, I'd much rather have someone who that was dangerous, huh? I'm pretty low down now, though. Like as a YouTuber, it's hard not to say like, yeah, I'd rather have people who watch than people who subscribe. I mean, especially I'm sure all the time there's someone who points out like, Toycat, you have 1.7 million subscribers, but not 1. Is it 1.8 actually? You have 1.8 million subscribers, but you don't get 1.8 million views in every video. Therefore, your channel is dead, lol. And it's like, but like those numbers don't mean the same thing. But I think the reason it's like I like to see subscribers is mostly just like it shows new people are finding the channel. If you don't have growth in a thing, that thing eventually dies. Like, I don't know, this is if you think about like, I don't know, a product. If people who buy Coke, if no one new ever wants to buy Coke, just existing Coke audience, you might say, well, that's millions of customers. But like if you're Coke, you'd say like, well, you know, that's still a pretty big problem because like eventually those customers die and they're replaced by people who don't drink Coke. And then what do we do, huh? And then what do we do? Anarchy, that's what. So I'm just gonna quickly check. So we're meant to have 2 down, and then 2 down, and then this is the 5 down. So we're gonna destroy all of this as we go until we get to the next layer of download. But we won't let your channel die, Toycat. Pepsi moment. Pepsi's better. Oh wow, do young people prefer Pepsi? It's like I hear people make this argument about voting demographics all the time. So certain places, parties, people are more popular with old people. And so it's fine to be popular with old people if you're popular with people who happen to be old. But if you're only popular to people who are old right now, if you say, yeah, I'm gonna steal money from your boy so I can give it to you, the old person. If your argument is that, but like not even like just old people as a whole, like eventually when those old people die, you lose because your demographic shift. And in the same way, if Coke only sold people who bought Coke now, I think this is what they're trying to do with cigarettes. They're trying to kill them off slowly. Like you could ban them, or you could say, what if we just slowly made it less and less like doable as a business model, right? Okay, so now we dig down here and over here, and I think if we just dig up on each of these layers, we'll have a perfect tunnel. Yeah, wow. Okay. Oh, ouch. I should just run through this and fix those, really. But if we remove that weird little anomaly over there, we're back to a decent tunnel. So yeah, this tunnel is it's over 1,000 blocks, chat. It's a bit of a silly-sized one, but I need to get it done, and so I'm using today as an opportunity to do that. You know, casually mine some tunnel, get it all done. I subscribed 6 years ago. Wow, I'm surprised it's 6 years, Leanne. I feel like you've been around forever. I feel like you're time immemorial or whatever. But yeah, let's tear our way through this. Let's make as much progress as we can over that. It's because the best parts of mining are always the bits where you get to do this. This is what never mining is about, in my opinion. Just all of this. It's all you want. It's all you need. It's all you deserve. So, Kat, what's the drink of the day? Oh, I'm drinking water I've got a big bottle of lemonade and I fill it with water because it's 1.75 liters or something. I kind of like... I always have a harder time... I always have to remind myself when I come back to Vegas, it's a desert if you don't know. The humidity is like in the low double digits, high single digits. So I always have to remind myself, like, just drink more water. It's also, like, okay, honestly, this is... you probably hear this all the time on the internet, but it really is true. Like, the single best thing you can do for yourself, if you're like, you know, something's wrong with me, or like, I don't feel... If there's any problem you have, and that problem isn't like, you know, like, syphilis, drink more water, it probably helps. Like, it helps your kidneys clear out bad things from your body. It helps, you know, hydration is good for your skin, I want to say. Hydration is good for, if you're like, if you've got weight issues, it's great for that, because it fills up your stomach, so you feel full even though you haven't eaten too much food, you fatty. You know, like, that's what I have to tell myself all the time, and it works. It's like, wow, yeah, this is great. You just do this, and it's all great. So, yeah, I'm trying to make it a thing by making it the only drink around me. Because you can drink other drinks way less than you drink water. Like, I'll slowly sip, like a Mountain Dew, or or orange juice or something. But, so am I doing this right? I don't know that I am. I feel like I made a mistake somewhere, and I can't work out where. Okay, no, we're fine. We got this, yeah, we're great. I mean, you have literally watched me lean to speak English. You didn't lean to speak English very well, though, Leanne. Hydration regulates body temperature. Yeah, exact. That, like, also, Toycat, glad you're back in Vegas. Do you like tacos? Oh, man, I love tacos, William Headley. I had a taco yesterday. And then I had Hawaiian tacos 2 days before that. And then I had Del Taco the day before that. I'm eating too many tacos. That's the one, like, I'd say Mexican food is one of the few food varieties that is, like, just fine in the UK. Like, London is like a city where, like, you know, we literally claimed every corner of the world so we could bring their food back to London. It's amazing. Still dyslexic though. It's okay. Also, would you rather be a survivor in an ice age, nuclear war, zombie apocalypse, or mass extinction nuclear? Meteor. Okay, so I want to say nuclear war because I've played Fallout, but also I want to not say nuclear war because I've played Fallout.
Or go home.
Hey, McBella! Thank you so much for the Streamlabs tip. So if you don't know, tipping via Streamlabs, much more appreciated. You get longer messages, and the 100% the money goes to the channel, as opposed to 30% going towards YouTube. Use streamlabs.com/toycat if you want to tip. If you don't want to tip, that's cool. That's wonderful. The stream's always going to be here for you. But like some people like to give back. It's important to them, and it's great. It's really important to me too. Streamlabs.com/toycat. Like McBella. By the way, thank you, McBella. Big appreciation. No, okay. Like, one of my favorite questions is like, yeah, which apocalypse would you rather survive? I think it has to be like the zombie apocalypse is the worst because there's an active threat of being torn apart by zombies. Ice Age is terrible because you'd be cold. Nuclear war, you get irradiated. So mass extinction meteor, because then the only fear you have is wildlife. Like, maybe a dog eats you or something. Maybe you just have a gun. I guess if you have a gun, you can kill zombies. You know, actually, it depends on the movie. Like, I think people realized way too early on that guns kill zombies. So we had to, like, work out, like, okay, so what do we do now, then? How do we make this interesting again? So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got an extra block that we shouldn't have. Okay, so just mine our way along here. And problem solved. Then we're going to replace some blocks over here. That block placed and then unplaced. Place a torch in there just in case it's relevant ever. And yeah, we fixed it. Nice. Slowly but surely, we will make the tunnel. Honestly, sometimes, okay, so this is the thing. I was procrastinating this project so bad, and I was like, oh man, how am I ever going to do it? But honestly, it's really satisfying. Projects like this, where you're making this, like, really uniform thing in the end. Because you get to come back and look at it and be like, oh yeah, look how much better it looks now than it did before. Like, it's an absolutely huge win. Toycat bullied me into being good at spelling, says Dasher. Bullying works, and now I have more proof. I'm gonna bully everyone into drinking more water right now. Look, listen, do you drink water in your day? If not, then I'm just saying you're gonna die early, also you're fat, and also you're probably having severe issues of temperature. Are you feeling cold or hot right now? You're not drinking enough water. Fix it. You need to. You know, no one else is gonna tell you that you need to do that, but you do need to. It is very crucial. Drink water. Seriously. Just drink a little. Just a little water right now. Just some. It doesn't have to be... You don't have to drink a whole 3 liters. That's like a great thing to aim for. But just have some. Just a little bit. You can do a little bit. You know, you're not the sort of person who can't drink any water. That'd be silly if that was you. Okay, so there's a too high thing there. So these blocks have to go back. And then also we have to put the blocks on top of there. Okay, nice and easy. There and there. And so now we just have to cover this up. I kind of like this entrance to that existing, but I think we'll just put it in the wall somewhere else. So let's now patch that in by down there, down. Oh, this is really tricky to do actually. Like making the ceiling look normal, when normal is actually a giant curved tunnel. Very tricky thing to do, but it's fine. Place these blocks down, place these blocks down, and then that one, and then that one, and then... Oh, this ceiling requires some work. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. It's kind of fun, like, breaking blocks and then having to place the same ones you break. But it's important. You know, chat, should I break all these nether bricks, or do you think it's fun to leave them in the tunnel as, like, a sign of what used to be there before? You can't bully me into wanting to sustain myself. There's no water in this room. Oh, there's no water in the room? Leave the stream on for watch time reasons, and then go and get some water, you lazy bum. Go get some water. People who get water are good. People who don't get water are literally murderers and child bad killers. And you know, like you want to be that? You want to be that? You don't want to be that, do you? You want to go and you want to get you some water. That's what you want to do. You want to go somewhere where you can hydrate yourself. And then you want to come back later, and you want to be proud of that. Okay, I got water now, praise me. You know, good job to everyone who got water, and to everyone who didn't get water. You know, hope you die in an automobile accident. You're more likely to have less water. Your brain needs water to function, probably. I'm just gonna start, rather than using real facts, because I think I've run out of those, I'm just gonna start saying fake facts about water. Did you know, that like 95% of people who died didn't drink enough water? Did you know that people who are happy drink more water than people who aren't? Did you know that water has 105 different minerals inside of it? And did you know cans of water for the win? I think canned water is like such a dumb, but also like I enjoy it myself too. But it's such a dumb thing, right? Like, it's like, what if we made the thing that comes out of taps with no effort required whatsoever? What if we canned it up for some reason? And it has a different taste, and that annoys me that it has a different taste, because how does the container affect the taste? Are we drinking containers now? When you drink, are you actually drinking a glass bottle when you... I don't know the answers to these questions. I just know I'd like to know the answers. Okay, now we're gonna mine up 1 block, or 2 blocks from all of this. So, this block has to go missing, and this block has to go missing. Yeah, and then we just do the same thing all along here. Just every diagonal block, we dig 2 blocks up. I don't think this is actually a very effective way to do it, but better believe it's the way I've chosen. Go up, and go up. I think if we get this tunnel finished to at least the open air section, I think that would be a huge... Like, I think, when it comes to big projects in Minecraft, I say this a lot and then I never actually do it. Because I'm like, I'll just finish my next project, though. Give yourself an out. Give yourself a point where you can say, this is good enough for now. Because if you just look at a project and you say, this is horrible and unfinished and I should feel bad, then you'll think to yourself, like, well, I don't want to go to the project that's horrible, unfinished, and makes me feel bad. You know, with good reason. You know, no one wants to feel bad. if people wanted to feel bad, then church attendance would be higher. You know, like I think that there's a whole. Wait, I should have gone specifically the Catholic religion. Also, I think I've done something wrong up there. Can't quite tell you what it is. Yeah, I think I have to dig another block out in the wall. I think that's what it's missing. I think we have a bunch of blocks up here that we need to have. Yeah, that's what we need. And then we just continue that onwards over here. So that block goes now, and that block, and that block, and it's getting real messy around here, but we're getting the sculpted tunnel very close to finish. So now we continue digging this along. Yeah, this is the right layer, and let's go dig in. So yeah, I think a lot of making this tunnel has made me realize that mining diagonal in Minecraft is a skill that I need to have. I mean, learning new skills is important, just like how it's important to drink water. Wow, what are you doing not drinking it right now? Do you not care about your health or something? Okay, I think I went one block too far out there. Yeah, I need to go inwards one more block. Do this all again. Maybe, is that correct actually? Yeah, that is correct. Go one more block further in. Except now I filled up my inventory. Let's fill up a shulker box. Poison Heart figured it all out. Also, do Canadians have a sack water, says Unauk 505. Oh yeah, Canadians, they get their water in big bags. And then they put it in like a big water refilling jug. It's because they don't have plumbing in Canada. I think something about like I think the plumbing would all freeze in the winter if they had pipes for water. So instead they all get bags from the store and they put it in the like you have to refill your shower that way too. How are you today, Mr. Cat? Says Kit Kat. Good to see you again, Kit Kat. We were just talking about seeing regulars again. Glad to see you. I've retrieved the water, says Mid-Quality Cringe. You know, that's what I like to hear. You did a small step. Now you can do all sorts of other terrible things you like today. You did one nice thing for yourself, and so now you deserve the ability to do some terrible things for yourself. It's just that's nature or something. So then we'll dig all of these down. Actually, what we'll do is we'll fully mine the blocks up to here just to make it easier for myself. No, don't destroy my tunnel. I'm perfectly sculpting this. You can't take that away from me. Where did that even? I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay, so let's pick up all this netherrack, throw it right in a shulker box. Opinions on Belfast. It's better than Slow. There you go. That's my high quality opinion. You won't be getting any more than that from me, I'm afraid. Invisible Ghast. I have a magic machine behind me that turns water into coffee. Yeah, it's called the human body. If you think about it, if you just drink what comes out of the human body, then you'll have... See, I'm going to turn into one of those guys. The human body produces everything that it needs, and so if you just drink your pee, then... I've heard people argue that, and it's like, why do we pee it out? If it's so important, why do we get rid of it? You know? It's like... You know, all the good bits we take from other animals, we don't wait for them to give it to us. We're like, no, we're gonna take this. This is ours now. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm not gonna get in a fight. If you believe in pee drinking, I'm not gonna stop you from doing that. That's, you know, I've been thinking a lot about, like, you know, I think everyone should believe in the phrase "live and let live," right? Chat, do you believe in live and let live? But also, like, everyone says, oh yeah, that's really great, until they hit the first person that they encounter that does something they don't like, and then they're like, actually, no, everyone should do things the way I do them. It's like, well, that's not how. It doesn't. You can't define morality as like, oh yeah, everyone should do what they want to until it interferes with my feelings. But I know, like, I see all sorts of like funny exceptions to like live and let live, where it's like, oh yeah, like everyone should just be able to do that. Except, obviously, like, if they, you know, if those people were to do something that I deem to be, you know, if they were to, like, let's say, make their house, you know, like, if they were to add an extra floor to their house, that would block out the sunlight from their neighbors. So you can't let them live and, you know, I wouldn't be letting live, really. And it's like, well, that's fine. And it's like, well, what What if someone wants to, like, start a business where they sell lemonade, and it's like, well, they gotta have a business permit. I mean, you can't have a business without business permits. Okay. So you live and let live, except when it comes to anything ever, and then we say no. Yeah, that's how that one works. And I feel like it's funny because it's everyone does have like a limit somewhere inside them where they're like, yeah, everyone should be able to do what they want, except when they get there. You know, like I want to be like a big idealist and say like it would be nice if we just never interfered with people. But then like at some point someone like, I don't know, like someone mugs you and you're like, well, I don't want to interfere with the person mugging me. Because in reality, they're interfering with you by mugging you, right? Like, you want to stop that, but you can't. There's this fun thing like power dynamic, like where you can't stop someone from mugging you without effectively having the power to do worse than mugging things to the muggers, right? You know, you could argue there are other ways to stop people mugging, but that's the way that we've used for most of history. How do you stop someone from stealing? You do something worse than stealing. How do you stop someone from, like, lighting fire to a building? You take away their life. How do you stop someone from taking away someone's life? You do something worse than it's like an arms race. It's like, you gotta have the biggest gun. If someone wants to shoot you, you're gonna shoot them back so hard. It's basically the rule under which we operate in modern society sometimes, it feels like. Also, yeah, look at this progress we're making. Very pleased with it. We actually will have this tunnel going all the way out to that next open stretch. The best men are the ones who can't stop talking nonsense on the internet. Exactly. Live and let live as long as you aren't bothering me is my mantra as an antisocial introvert, says Poison Heart. That's the funny thing is, like, I feel like everyone should be an antisocial introvert, if only because that would make everyone leave each other alone. I know, like, so many people are just so involved about what everyone else around them does. And it's like, okay, I had a funny situation, right, chat? I had I rent out my parking space, the one for my house. And I had a neighbor. They couldn't confirm which neighbor it was, but they said a neighbor of mine complained about that. And I was like, but what difference does it make if I have some, like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, they complain that sometimes the people renting out your space they say that recently people taking your space have been taking their space. And it's like, no, because, and then literally, like, my space has been rented by, like, one car. Like, I think someone, like, left the country, because they've been paying me money to leave their car in my space or something. I don't understand it fully. And so I was like, yeah, if you look on that, it's that. And they're like, actually, yeah, that is a good point. We'll have to let your neighbor know they're mistaken. And it's like, yeah, if there wasn't a record of that, they also, ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. Let's make sure. No. Okay, she can't attack me, apparently. That's good. No. Don't agree. That's bad. But yeah, there's all sorts of, like, crazy stories of stuff like that. Everyone's seen the video, right, of the woman who's in the park, and she's just like, if you don't stop doing that, I'm gonna call the police and tell them that you started beating me up. And it's like, oh no. You can just say that. We rely so much in society on people not having reasons to be unnecessarily cruel to each other. And then that's where the whole, like, phrase Karen thing came from, right? It's like, yeah, sometimes people are just like, yeah, I just feel like ruining your life a little bit today. I just have that feeling, you know? But yeah, it's like it was a very minor thing, right? It was a very sometimes people have their whole own set of feelings, and like, it's I know, like, I don't even want to pretend that, like, oh yeah, it's just that sometimes everyone else is crazy. Sometimes I'm on the page of, like, yeah, I bet I'm the crazy one. Like, at some point in life, we all must be the crazy one, just, like, mathematically speaking. Also, I think I'm missing a whole second layer here. Yeah, I am. I guess we're gonna have to dig in here, and then over here, etc. And once we've done this, we can basically dig all of this huge pile on the left down. That'll be great. When's update coming out? Says Purple Reptar. Oh, 2023. Hope that helps you, friend. Oh, I'm the crazy one? Not sometimes, but all the time. Like in every... this is a really hard, like, thing to wrap your head around. But whenever you have a disagreement with someone, in your head it feels so strongly like they're dumb. You just know how things actually are. But at least half the time to an objective observer. Like when you watch two people have an argument, it's rare that you see two people who are, you know, one of whom is perfectly right and one of whom is perfectly wrong, right? I appreciate that, very informative. You're welcome, Purple Raptor. Gonna keep on helping out with the best advice I know how. But yeah, I think it's I think there's a really interesting thing about, like, your mind is kind of adapted to believe it is right. And even when you're surrounded by other humans telling you things that tell them, like, well, you know, this is how... Like, okay, so it came up in Q&A Saturday this week about Celsius versus Fahrenheit. And it's like, yeah, you will just believe the one that is better is the one that you know. Same with, like, feet versus meters. I'm entirely neutral about metric versus imperial when it comes to temperature. Like, I think meters are obviously a better unit than, like, feet when it comes... Like, kilometers are better than miles, I guess I should say. Like, because a kilometer's 1,000 meters versus 5,280 feet. And a feet is, like, 12 inches. So, like, how many... You know, it gets really hard to, like, actually picture big distances. I know my house is square footage, right? Like, because in the UK, we usually sell by meters and square feet, but people use feet because they're a bigger measurement. It's just like the reason we use inches. Wait. Yeah, the reason we use feet and inches is because 1.8 meters is depressing. 5 feet is pretty good on the other hand. Or 6 feet, I don't know. Very controversial in that Q&A was your Java slander. How could you? Oh yeah, I really upset people with my Java comments. And I was like, I was trying to prove a point about, like, yeah, you can feel bad about this, but you could just as easily feel bad about being a Java player. But I had a lot of people be like, oh my god, did you just say that? And, you know, I didn't say anything that wasn't true. But it was also, that's a great point. Like, I said, like, Java players are the sort of players who can't handle an update that came out in 2015. And anytime there's a feature they don't like, will personally harass the devs till it's changed. And that is generally Java players. But also, it's silly to say all Java players, right? It'd be ridiculous to come across and say, yeah, every single Java player... okay, let's fix that up. Every single Java player is a menace to society, because some of them complain to developers. Like, you know, like, what's the thing here? Like, of the people who harass developers, most of them are Java, but yet, even though that is true, most Java players don't harass developers. Like, there's a important line to come to terms with that. Also, let's just tear this whole thing up, and then let's go around on this side. Let's get the second layer in here. So we've done one of these up here. Yes, we have, and it's going good. Maybe, wait, yeah, remove that block and that block. Okay, yeah, this tunnel's gonna be so good, chat. I'm so excited for it. The funny thing is, I'm gonna use it like 3 times a month or something. But every time I come through this tunnel, I actually really enjoy it. It has to be said. It's a very enjoyable tunnel. You know, you can say what you like about the tunnel, but it's the best. My bedrock lag brings the girls to the yard, because our lag is better than yours. Our lag is better than yours. Man, I love getting tribal about the type of lag that's better. My new favorite thing. I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah, myself and Adorable Ho are working on a video about Java features that you guys can keep. And yeah, the lag's gonna feature in that. It's gonna be great. Okay, so now we're gonna go another layer down and another layer in. Let's go like big inwards there, and these are 5 blocks. Dig a bunch of this out. Again, this all gets a lot easier. The big middle section of this is very satisfying to mine. It's a lot easier. Let's just tear through all this. Make a big old mess. And then connect it up to over here. Okay, so mine the blocks again. Perfect. It doesn't make a difference how much you use it. It's how much satisfaction you get from having it. But yeah, I made some points, but I'm also like... I think it would be so ridiculous to say that all Java players are silly because of that. right? In the same way that, like, I don't know, you know, I mentioned I have some, you know, old lady neighbor who's complaining, who wants to try and do anything she can to stop me from renting out my parking space. If you, I have a neighbor, by the way. It might be the same neighbor. I don't know if it is, but she was like, "Oh yeah, like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you out a bunch. I will have my daughter park in your parking space, and then that way no one else can steal it." And I was like, "But then it's the same situation either way that I can't use my, like, I don't know, like, some people, like, go through, like, great lengths to convince themselves, like, oh, I'll do you this huge favor. And then also go through great lengths to convince themselves, like, what you're doing, even though it doesn't harm me, it actually really harms me. I know, like, if you want to go real deep on this, right? Like, I see people talk about this all the time. I think a lot of people who don't like certain people come in, go through great lengths to, like, maneuver their way around, like, well, this is where they're bad, you know, like, I don't know. To get spicy, that's how people get up in arms about the issue of, you know, something life's inside of the belly of a human being, or, you know, about rich people, like, oh yeah, all those richies, you know, it's not that they're doing anything more successful, it's that they're bad people, and therefore it's okay to despise their guts, you know. We all have to come up with reasons why people, like, no one wants to be the person who irrationally hates someone, so you come up with reasons why it's rational. It's the whole, like, if you think about, like, I've heard this argument made a lot, that the reason we have xenophobia, like, the reason we have fear of, you know, the other, is because if you were, like, a tribesman, you know, if you're, like, you know, you're in your historic little tribe, and then someone from another tribe comes over, you've got two options. Either he's really nice and everyone's fine, and you maybe have a slight benefit because you trade, or you have knowledge that you can share or something like that. Or it turns out that whole tribe are killers, and they all kill you, and it's all terrible. Like, a human instinct to trust leads to you getting killed by people who don't trust, and a human instinct of distrust is like, ooh, that's bad. So you gotta tell yourself, like, oh yeah, I don't know those people yet, but they're probably all murderers. They could want to kill us all, so we should just proceed under the assumption they do want to kill us all. There have been people who hate me for no reason. Yeah, well, okay, here's the funny thing. Again, this is a good example of, like, even though it's really ridiculous to hate someone for no reason, I bet everyone here... Have I made a mistake in this? Let's see where the mistake... Oh, there's a block missing. Even though it's really irrational to hate someone for no reason, I bet everyone here has hated someone in their life and then discovered, like, oh, I don't think there was a good reason for that. I think I got caught up in something. Maybe not. Maybe you're all, I bet everyone here have made a mistake, says Purple Raptor. Yeah, no, I bet that's true, right? I bet we've all made some huge mistake. I get sad if people hate me. But the thing is, it's not even really hate. If someone doesn't know you, it's not even really hatred. It's just like, it's like diss. What even, you know, like, I hate like, what do I hate? I hate the smell of freshly cut grass. yeah, how about that? I hate the smell of freshly cut grass because I know it. But I fear, you know, like, I can't even say I hate. What's something I haven't experienced? I hate, okay, weird fish. Like, I can eat, like, salmon, and I can eat, like, tuna. Like, there's a few fish I can just eat. But you ever see, like, I don't know, some cuisines are really, really fish heavy, and there's all sorts of, like, this is a weird river fish. And it just looks gross. You can see their eyeballs, and it's like, is this, no, I hate it, but I hate it because I don't know it. I hate it because it is the unknown to me. Like, we all have that instinct to be like, oh, is not known, must be bad. You know, some people can admit it, some people can't, but the reflex is always there. And that's how people feel about you. I hated Walt White so much as a character, but couldn't figure out why. Turns out he's a lot like my father. Wow, your father deals meth. I like your dad now. Oh god, just get away from all of this. Run past it all. We're gonna quickly just put some netherrack away, or nether bricks away. No. I hate when you get hit, closes the chest you're in. Very annoying feature. Okay. Okay, just fly all the way back across this. Ignore those guys. Finish this off. There's a lot of mining to be done here, but we're making some good progress, damn it. Look up sometime how much shrimp is imported into Vegas. That's it. Yeah, it's one of those funny things. For some reason, people come to Vegas for shrimp. I wish I could tell you why. I know shrimp cocktails are a thing, but shrimp is just huge here, and it's one of those like cultural things I don't understand clearly. But yeah, I don't know. Like there was a guy. So when I went to college for the first time, there was one guy I recognized from my high school there. And even though we were never friends in high school, like we knew each other, so we did the whole like, oh yeah, we're basically friends. And then the guy is like, oh yeah, there's this guy, his name's Morgan. He's the worst. He's the absolute worst. Like I hate him. Like, you know, and I was like, yeah, this guy must suck. I mean, if my friend says so. And then, you know, like a little bit of time passes, and then then like we meet in IT again. The guy's like, oh yeah, actually, turns out this Morgan guy's awesome. I think I just hated him because of his like tank top or something. It's like, you hated a guy solely based on what he wore? And it's like, yeah. And at least he was like willing to admit that. Most people would be like, oh no, he was bad, but now he's good. He's all right now. I had people who hated me irrationally, and I mentioned like you have to like convince someone like, oh no, the reason you figured you hated me, not actually valid. I'm really lucky to have the you know, like if you have a good friend, they can like help like break down those barriers. It's tricky, but you can do it. Anyway, yeah, let's keep tearing through all of this. Just see where the end of this is. Does it end actually? Starting to think it doesn't. Starting to think I might mine forever and never reach anywhere. Yeah, apparently not. Let's just... Oh, okay. That's real bad, huh? That's real bad. Let's just run away from that. A tank top can really ruin the vibe, though. I've got to admit, you see a guy wearing a tank top, you will make assumptions about him, right? Like, he's going to be a muscle guy. He's going to be, like... He's not going to be a fun-loving dude. Yeah, that's not what you assume with the tank top. We judge people too much. Judge yourself, I say, before you judge others. You should judge yourself and judge others. Yeah, how about that? But no, yeah, we all are very judgmental, and we see other people's judging as judging, and our judging is like very normal. But like, I don't know, what's a dumb thing? Let me try and find you the dumbest reason I've ever disliked someone. Like, try and bring this to myself. Like, it's hard to admit because again, everyone likes to believe that like when you dislike someone, it's perfectly logical. When someone dislikes you, they're just being a hater, whatever the heck logic you want to say. But yeah, put all the blaze rods in there. I think the blaze rods are actually pretty valuable to keep, but we won't for now. And then we'll put our netherrack in one of these chests. Is there any? Where do I keep the? I'll just put it in there. Nether quartz ore is valuable. It's fine. But yeah, like everyone has this like weird judgy attitude. In some part of their life, somewhere in there, it's definitely true, and that's okay. You just gotta know what it is. You gotta like try and counteract it. And if you do those things, you're doing better than most people do, I imagine. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna mine some more of this fortress real quick. It is kind of getting in the way at this point. And then we'll take all of those blocks away. We'll empty ours into the shulker box. And then we're gonna go back to the overworld and we're gonna start placing it. That's gonna be good. Did you kill 5 withers at the same time? You better believe if you need a beacon netherite, you need a beacon netherite. I get annoyed to approach people because I was into them. I just learned to be happy for them. Yeah, I've mentioned the same thing. Like it's so instinctive of me. Like when someone has such a rich upbringing and they just act like it's normal. I'm like, but you're given so much for no reason, and you're so lucky, and you don't even think you're lucky. Like when people are like, oh yeah, well it sucks because my parents are so rich that I didn't actually get to go to university for free. It's so terrible for me. Like, I know it's like, there's so many like versions of that where it's like, oh yes, well, the problem with my parents having a second home in France is we had to go to France every summer. And it's like, you just don't. This isn't a real complaint. I don't know why you're phrasing it like it's a real complaint. You know, like the idea of humble bragging, right? Like when you say something that like you're acting like it's a big burden, but actually you're trying to like flex on people. Always annoying, right? No one likes that. My friend spends all his time on boats, and I'm like, are you not a nautical captain too? You're missing out. The boating world is calling you, Kit Kat. I was brought up poor. My missus was middle class, says Grey LXCO. Yeah, and there are going to be all sorts of differences to how you approach life, right? I think like your current status, wealth thing is important, but especially I think in the UK. I know this is true everywhere, but it's especially true in the UK. Like the class you were raised up in is so important to like how you perceive so much. Like even just like I don't know, like if you're brought up middle class, you're like, yeah, I gotta own a property to be, you know, like it's like that's the way it's gotta be, and I gotta like all your expectations are so different and hugely weird. Whereas if you're working class, your parents are like, yeah, don't die in a bar fight, please. But if you are going to, then you know, wear protection or something. Like it's like a hugely different. I think you have there's such a huge like even just like I don't know like there's so many like types of snobbery. Like, oh yes, I wouldn't dream of eating a burger that is cooked in the microwave. Oof, I bet it's not even real beef. Like I know snobbery upon like the sorts of things that are just part of your life just come from because you know when you have money, the things that are below you, you gotta come up with some reason why you're not doing it. Like, why are you spending $20 on a burger when they come for 99p at the store? I just mixed American and British units. Just accept it, okay? You know, when you go out to eat, you eat in America. When you eat at the store, it's in the UK, as we all do because we're all you know like. Sorry, I'm just so middle class that I just fly to America regularly just to eat at restaurants. Good restaurants too, by the way. She's not happy of you right now, says Grey LXCO. They're reverse too, though, right? I think that, you know, just to temporarily play devil's advocate, also known as Grey LXCO girlfriend's advocate, like, there are all sorts of things you're gonna do that are gonna be, like, upsetting to her. Like, maybe there are some things that are considered, like, basic manners to her that you don't do because you were never, like, taught that. Like, I know one of the examples to me, I don't think this is a class thing, but it's like, it's definitely, there's a group of people who are never taught to take off their shoes when they go to someone else's house. And it's like, how do you live with yourself? And imagine living with someone who is like that. 99p could be American currency. Pennies and pence is basically the same word. You know what? I'll take it. I think, I was about to say it's crazy how the internet makes you look rich to me, Toycat, says Kit Kat. Oh yeah, but I think I'm on like the class level. Like I consider myself really lucky that I'm from above my state. Like through the last like 10 years of making YouTube videos and like getting there just in time for Minecraft updates, making sure I'm like doing the right videos in the right times. I think I've gone to a situation where I'm like, you know, like what people call comfortable, right? Like you know, there was recently a big fear that I was going to lose 3 months of income. And it was like, it's not good. I was like stressed over it. But I wasn't like, my life will end. The bank will repossess my house. You know, I wasn't at that level yet. I was like, I'll have to cut down on a bunch of expenses and I'll have to, like, you know, I had like a balance in there. And what do you mean you have expendable income? How rich of you? Yeah, why would you even want to keep your shoes on? Oh, I like going to other people's houses where they let me keep my shoes on, because then it's easier to leave. And also, I don't know. Some people let you put shoes on the bed. Some people are like, yeah, it's just, why wouldn't you? They're just shoes. They're just feet socks. But yeah, like I have disposable income. I have money after I pay for my housing and my bills, for which I can buy mine coins, you know? Isn't that nuts? No, I've told the story before of how I, to start the channel, I had to, like, I was working a job. I at the time, it felt like I was paying so much, but it was something like, I was getting paid per word, so I was making something like, you know, like $7 an hour or something. But I was getting paid like this amount, and I built up enough money so that I could buy, I had to buy a capture card, which cost £100, but then I needed to buy a monitor that could actually display HD, because at the time, even though this is 2012, I didn't have a HD TV. So I had to, you know, like, I had to save up enough money to buy a HD TV so I could get a decent capture card so I could make, like, decent enough videos. Because if you look back at the videos I started my channel on, they all suck in quality, because that was the best I could do. Yeah, they aren't all socks, feet socks. Okay, they're feet gloves, okay? You're happy now. But, like, making that decision, like, was hard, but led me to where I am. Whereas I feel like I feel way worse about my current situation if it wasn't like, yeah, I had to take some risks to get here. You know, I'd be like, if this was just all I'd known, like, oh yeah, sometimes you just fly somewhere to do some silly Minecraft stuff. I don't know, but yeah, to agree with XC's Grey LXCO's girlfriend a little bit. Like, I could also see the other angle of, like, man, yeah, it would be cool if you could just be chill about everything and just, wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to, why are you always worried about money? Money just appears when you need it. Like, genuine, at a certain level, it's like, yeah, you don't have to stress about money, so stressing about money is just being ridiculous. Like, I would like to be at that point. I would love it if, I would have loved it if during my childhood, it was like that sort of logic. I remember everyone I've spoken to my age has, like, some story about, like, oh yeah, my parents are really financially responsible. And of mine, it was like, yeah, when I was, like, 13, I saw my mother's, like, bank account was at minus, like, 4,000. And she's like, yeah, okay. Like, that was her zero. It was like, I just couldn't ever use any of her money again, so, like, always. Like, in a way, not having money drives the desire to get it, which drives you to do things for other people, right? Like, I did work for, you know, some ridiculous amount, like I quit, you know, again, about a few dollars a day, because, like, that was better than no dollars a day, and that person got really good value from me. I got money from them. Everyone's a winner. Shoes are socks for your sock. Socks are the underwear of your feet. You know, a sock should be called an undershoe. I totally agree with you. Why aren't socks called undershoes, chat? What's our issue in society? Yeah, thank you very much for the tip. I love your videos, ToyCat says. Emma Norn. Thank you, Emma Norn. I'm glad you love the videos. Appreciate it a lot. When will the update release, do you predict, says Shade. I don't mean to throw shade or anything, but I predict it will release in 2023. Should I remove those Netherrack blocks? Nah, I think they're good there. So now we're going to take these 3 boxes of... Wait, we have to throw the Nether brick back in the chest. Socks are just little tights for men. What if tights are just socks for women? You ever consider that? Ever consider that, huh? You know, these are all deep thoughts. Also, undershoe, this man here is a genius. The undershoe is what it is called. The undershoe is what it is called. Yeah, good guess. Thank you, Shane Middleton. I'm making my most accurate prediction I can. I hope it's of value. Okay, so we're gonna fly all the way to where my end portal is. Oh, I forgot I built this, by the way. Genuinely just forgot I built it. What about socks? Sockless footwear. So you carry slippers everywhere? Yes. I can't read, and I'm trying to do my PE quiz. I hate college PE. You can't do a PE quiz. It's physical education, Rose Pentagle. So I get tights. Socks, they're just thin leggings. Socks are just thin leggings. Socks are just thin feetlings. Checkmate. Got you good there. Is there such thing as an overshoe? When I was, I was going around to a lot of strangers' houses during the pandemic. And a lot of people would have little foot protectors they wanted you to put on. Because for some reason, a lot of countries were really big on the idea of COVID being caught by your feet. We don't question COVID things anymore. We were all silly, and we're all gonna be silly again in 5 years when there's a new deadly infectious disease. We're all gonna make bad decisions, and that's okay. We can all make bad decisions. That's what we do. It's our whole thing as a species, and that's okay. Why were you visiting a bunch of people in the lockdown? It was a house viewing stuff, which is weird that that's whatever. I looked at houses, so like people were inviting me into their home. They're like, "Don't you dare give me COVID. I want £750,000 pound from you, maybe, but I don't want any COVID. You mess." ibxtoycat predicts future virus. Oh, it's not even a prediction. It's not like some insane crazy prediction. Like it's just we all are very aware that there will be one eventually. Even if you don't have to be like a savant to predict that, right? Well, see, I think this wall needs to go a little bit higher. We'll go 3 blocks higher across the whole thing. And then we'll start covering this with Neverac. It'll be good. So I can't stop being the herald of woe, you silly goose. You know what? Use the goose emoji and maybe I'll listen to your message. I don't think most people actually dislike pineapple on pizza. They just go along with the meme. No, pineapple on pizza. Yeah, that's... Okay, actually, this is the... So pineapple on pizza sucks and you're wrong for liking it and you should feel bad for thinking that it's okay that you like it. But, I think you're right that on most topics, the prevailing opinion is not always the one most people agree with. But, like, people who don't really care about pineapple on pizza, they're not going to get... Like, only the people who get the angriest about it. I keep getting it despite social distancing. I think I have, like, either COVID or I have, like, lung cancer. I don't know which one I should be hoping for at this point. But, goose, that's a duck emoji, Jamie. Good try. Good try, Jamie. Honk honk, that's the noise that a car makes, but good try. Good try. Getting so much grief about the middle class thing, says Grey LXCO. You know, okay, Grey LXCO, tell us what your girlfriend is saying, why you're getting grief about it. Tell us, like I can be, you know, I'm a neutral arbiter here, right? I'm not on the side of you or your girlfriend. I don't have a horse in your fight. So let me settle this argument for you, and that'll be good. IBX, you were a YouTuber I used to watch, and now I'm a YouTuber, says Kobe. Awesome. I think that's cool. I hope that things are going well for you YouTube-wise. I hope you have much success in the future, too. But yeah, I think people who like pineapple on pizza are passionate. People who don't like pineapple on pizza, also passionate. 90% of people are like, it's fine, it's not my favorite topping. And that's fine. Oh, dear. No, you can only settle disputes by having the internet catman say exactly what he thinks about it. I'll fix it. But yeah, I'm gonna fix or break this relationship. You better believe it, damn it. Also, duck plus swan, I suppose that's a goose. What phone do you have? Because I've got the goose emoji on my phone. But I think most people don't for some reason. I like roasted pineapple, fight me. Oh, I want roasted pineapple. I want sushi. You know, I don't know how I jumped from that to that, but I do now. Look what you've done to me. Mango is delish, but I don't know on pizza. Do you not know on pizza, or do you not think on pizza? You ever consider that, huh? I'm gonna have the world go out just directly to the corner here. I think it'll make... Oh, the corner won't be visible. If we place the corner... Right, we have to... We'd have it go, like, out an extra block so the corner is visible. But then we'll just... it's fine. It's fine. Let's just ignore that. And then we'll just, like, leave the corner in. Mango on pizza would be absolutely amazing. Mr. Duck. Hey, good to see you, Mr. Duck. How's it going? Thank you for the duck emojis. So yeah, I love to see a regular You know, and it was easier to see the regular because of that green name that I see attached. Wow, is there something about memberships that are good? No, peach on pizza is nice. Ooh, a peach. Peaches on pizza actually might be something. No, I used to be a big pineapple on pizza hater, and I still am. It's not my favorite topping. But someone told me to try, like, pineapple on pizza, then put some spicy on it. So, like, pineapples, jalapeno, a little bit of chili oil. Okay, sweet and spicy actually works. There's something to that. And ultimately, like, that's how most things like this really go. Goose on pizza. Probably goose fat works on pizza. Goose fat works on most things. You know, I think it's mean that we call geese fat. I think we should be not body shaming them, just based on their dimensions. I hope that the eastern part of the Netherlands has the best food. Nowhere in the Netherlands has the best food. The best food in the Netherlands comes from the vending machines that are scattered around the country. You don't have to interact with a person. You just slide a euro into the slot, and boom, you've got a krikandel. I don't know what a krikandel is. It tastes good though. I want pizza on my pizza. Yeah, pizza flavored pizza sounds good. Pizza flavored pizza sounds amazing. Okay, so Neverak. Let's do it. So yeah, this is going well too. We're building up our walls, slowly getting where we need to go. Really, I thought the best food in the Netherlands was the Hoglins. Oh no, okay, yeah, I think that is the cultural dish they like to eat. Frikandel or horse probably. Oh man, yeah, love me some horse then. As long as it can like run fast while it's alive, I guess I'll eat it like that. WhereTF is the goose emoji on iOS? I'm going insane. Oh no, you can look it up. Apparently the goose emoji has only come to some Android phones, and it hasn't come to iOS. I don't know how there are emoji updates that aren't the same across all phones. But, yeah, it's a thing. When I was little, I tried to lure a goose into my house using breadcrumbs. The goose couldn't climb stairs. Oh, yeah, I've seen ducklings try to climb stairs before. It's the cutest thing. They'll have to, like... Because a duck can just climb easily. But like ducklings, the stair is like 3 times the size of them. iOS hasn't caught up with Unicode yet. But like, why? It seems like they're a billion-dollar company. What's stopping them? I don't quite understand. But maybe I'm not meant to understand, and that's okay. So we'll break up this wall with a little something over there. Just keep things being a little unique. Ducks climb stairs. You never seen ducks climbing stairs? It's cute. It's very cute. Missing out on ducks climbing stairs. Yeah, I never tried to lure Canadian geese into your house. I speak from the experience of trying to pet one 15 years ago. I've pet a Canada goose. They're cute. They love being pet. They're very cute about it. They definitely have fans. If you stroke their necks are like the softest things in the world. It's like, it's very soft. I don't know what it's made from. Probably goose feathers, if I had to guess. But, very high quality. Okay, wait. Mrs. XOXO is here. Oh, there we go. I see it. Okay, there we go. I got this. Okay, I'm excited. I see Mr. Alexio's girlfriend is in the chat. Okay, I'm here to settle this dispute. Mr. Alexio believes that he is, working class and his girlfriend is middle class. But she says, my parents put themselves in 70k plus debt to let me and my 4 siblings have a good life, and they spent the last 30 years paying it off on top of a mortgage. Alexio and me are both lower class. See, that is interesting difference there, though, right? So, first of all, usually people don't say lower class because it's demeaning. You say working class. You would know that if you were... No, okay, so the thing is, even if your parents had to go into debt to give you a good life, it makes them like poor middle class people, in my opinion. But if you get to experience a middle class upbringing through that, then that is a little different, right? Like you could say like, oh yeah, my parents didn't own the Lamborghini; they had it on finance. But it's like, it's still a Lamborghini, right? I think like. Honestly, at a certain point, even having access to money and the aspiration to use the money to do certain things is a wealth indicator at some level. You know, like I mentioned before, like I'm so lucky to live in one of the biggest cities in the world, but I don't I don't own my house. The bank owns the house. But the fact that I can convince the bank to let me live in their house, right? That's still kind of a big thing. Like to have access to finance is still like, have you like real estate developers never have money. It's all finance debt, right? And so that isn't like, it's weird because some of the wealthiest things in the world are paid for not with your money. Because if you think about it, what's the wealthiest thing you can do, and it's not even have to pay for things. And so I see I think there's a really interesting argument in there. I don't know for sure, but I think that's the difference as to why. Honestly, I think your class label shouldn't matter. I think like working class, middle class, like what you're really arguing about isn't like your class indicator. You're arguing about like what were your childhoods like and what did that change for you, right? Like if I grow up with a Lamborghini, even if my parents beat me every day, then I would grow up with a Lamborghini and parents who beat me. Whereas if you have loving parents that only can afford to buy you, like rice and beans, like that might be a better trade-off, even though a Lamborghini is objectively better than rice and beans, right? If you're like one child in a batch of 7 and you all are very wealthy, that genuinely, that can still be, you're still gonna have like serious issues because you're not getting all the parenting you need. You're just, your parents are making children like making cookies. Like, yeah, you make 7 children at a time, right? And then they'll all look after each other. Real thing parents say and do, by the way. And if they treat you like cookies, maybe you'd rather have less money and not be treated like a cookie. Although you can only say that if you have money. People who don't have money aren't like, oh, thank God I'm not being treated like a cookie. Probably because they are often being treated like cookies. I think they're being treated worse than cookies, actually. But yeah, I think that's the weird thing about upbringings, right? I think that's one of the levels that like it's important for like couples to agree on. It's like just it doesn't matter what you've gone through and what etc. etc. It agrees like what you take from that, right? Oh no. Like, do you take from your experience, like, whatever the differences between your experiences are? Like, do you take from them that it's better to have things than not? If you're both on board of like, yeah, it'd be nice when we have a family, or if you don't have a family, you're just living you're just doing your own stuff there, right? It's still like, yeah, well, do you agree that it's better to have money than not? That's really important. One of my friends, his girlfriend really doesn't like people who earn like decent money. He's like, he works in tech, and she's like, I hate people who work in tech because they earn so much money and it ruins this country for the rest of us. And like that's a okay opinion to have if you also are dating someone who doesn't believe that money is good. Side note, if you think money is bad, you can go to streamlabs.com/toycat and I will help you get rid of it. I will send it to places where it can't hurt you anymore. But I'm way over exaggerating. But like, as long as you agree on the gists of things, right? If you agree that actually, it doesn't matter about maybe you shouldn't put yourself in debts just to make your children's lives better. That's great too. If you agree that actually it's worth doing whatever it takes to, then those are the important questions you're really trying to solve in that. Yeah, so get rid of your bad money right now, chat. I agree. Just like get rid of it all. I'll do my best. I'm the selfless internet cat that I am. I'll try my very, very best that I can. Yeah, Toycat's doing God's work by taking our money off our hands. I'm a pretty selfless person. It was from my upbringing. I learned because I had such selfless parents, and they taught me that someone wants you to take their money, you should... one of the things I never learned, this is like it's not even like a class thing. Like, I guess actually, okay, this is a funny, actually, so this is the thing that's just important in class, right? I don't hold a fork and knife correctly. I don't even know why. Like, it's one of those, like, apparently just, like, at some point, your parents usually teach you how to hold... Anyway, so, like, for my whole life, I don't... And now, like, now I've done it my way so long, why would I learn the normal way? I don't even understand how that's a thing, right? Also, she said she's gonna set our house on fire. Gray Alexio, quickly subscribe. You've only got one opportunity, Gray. If you don't subscribe now, before the fires ignite, the house is gonna burn. What's the correct way to hold a fork and knife? I don't even know. I thought I didn't see what was wrong with the way I held it until I saw me and someone else holding them side by side. I don't even use knives, I just use a fork. What's the point of creating more washing up? Okay, Nathan's experiment. You're saying I agree with you so much. If you want to go a step further, like, you can't say this in 2023, so this is all just comedy purposes. Just get disposable bowls, disposable forks and knives, etc. Like, do you think metal makes your food taste better? No, it's just fancier. But if you're just eating a bowl of rice, no one cares what you're eating it in. Wow, now you've got no washing up. Now you've got more time to play Minecraft and cover your world in Nevrak. Hold the fork and knife like chopsticks, that's the real power move. Does that actually work? One sec. I need to know. Thank you for the tip. Appreciate the money. Okay. Oh no! I saw the water on the ground and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna trip over that. And then I just did. Okay, chat. I need to know. Can you hold a fork and knife like chopsticks? Here's my fork, here's my knife. You kinda can, actually. Wait, I'm gonna pick something up now. Hey, look! Yeah, you could eat food this way. Poorly. I guess they are long stick objects. There's no good reason why you couldn't. Okay. I'm back. You have to stick them into your hands and hold foods on both sides of your hands. Dasher on a streak today. The only difference between me and Alexio is I have brothers and sisters and cousins that help me pay for, and he's an only child. Having family versus not is such an interesting... Okay, there's someone in my life who's like... Okay, so I've heard people make the argument there's only like 3 or 4 really important things. Like, everything you can boil down into like 4 categories. It's like money, family, there's like, yeah, it's like money, family, and a few other things. I don't remember the other ones, but like, I like my family somewhat, right? Like, they're better people than strangers I meet on the street in general. But like, people who are like, yeah, I plan my life around my family. Like, they're all very important to me. It weirds me out, you know? It confuses me. And so, yeah, I think having like a close family is like weird. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta go there. My mother's hosting this and I've gotta go. Oh, we gotta do that. It's my cousin's funeral, so we gotta go to that. It's like, ugh, stop being so needy, family. Where, you know, like, I feel like the right amount of family is like, oh yeah, once a quarter, you see them all. You see how's it going? And then, you know, it's good. Maybe twice a quarter if it's a ambitious one. Health. Oh, health, that's it. Yeah, right. I was like, why is everyone saying that? Yeah, health is the other important one. Like, how important is being healthy to you? Would you sacrifice a little bit of money to be healthy? Would you sacrifice time doing something you enjoy, like a hobby, to be healthy? You know, like, to be healthy, you basically have to have an active hobby. Like, do you want to go hiking? Do you want to go climbing? Do you want to go parasailing? You need to have something like that in there. My family barely planned their lives around me. Why should I do it for them? Yeah, I feel like it's, there's like 2 types of family, right? There's the one where it's like, yeah, if one of our family members do it, we all do it. That's like a real thing. That's a type of family that exists. And then there are types of families where it's like, yeah, we will raise you so that you survive, but after that, please don't annoy us anymore. We would like to be left alone if at all possible. Yeah, I think they're both pretty decent approaches. I see the value in both approaches. But I also I can't imagine actually having a family where I'm I like 4 or 5 people, in my extended family. It's great. I know them, they're like real people. I bet if I invited them to a birthday party, they might show up. And it's not that they're bad people. My dad calls me the C word daily. Oh, that's cute. He calls you his cute little girl. That's nice of him. I wish my dad was so supportive. Don't neglect your hobby or the hobby will get sad. Exactly. You neglect your hobby and next thing you know, there's a new type of underwater paragliding that you're not doing and you don't even know how to keep up with it. I felt that way about Minecraft Dungeons. I stopped playing it for a bit and then everyone's like, oh, but you don't have and it just all kind of felt the same. And now when I get back into it, I'm way behind everyone. It's over for me. Time with your parents every week or 2 weeks a year. I think that's actually that's I think Christmas is the great example of or in America it's Thanksgiving. You have a time of the year which you dedicate as this is the family time. I would feel weird if there was someone who's you don't see your family at Christmas. You eat microwave dinners on the sofa while watching the Queen's speech. I'd be that's not Christmas though, is it? That's not what Christmas really is. That's a fundamental. Going back to that thing about the disagreement on the worldview. If someone says that to me, I genuinely can't see how they think. Well, they're probably thinking to me what do you mean? I don't want to hang around my family for 3 days. Are you insane? Do you have a brain aneurysm? A brain aneurysm? Clearly I do if I think that's a correct set of words. With that logic, would you consider close friends family? I think once you get close enough friends with someone, they do sort of become family, yeah. I think the word is the chosen family or whatever. It's a really valuable idea. Having family that aren't just there because they're there, but actually because you want them to be. That's nice, right? That's real swell. Would you consider your partner family? Oh, that's now we're getting lost here. Yeah, right. It's weird though, because I feel one of the weird things about the partner dynamic that isn't usually true in the friend dynamic is what's the fun phrase for this? The turnover. The statistical odds of you being friends with someone you're friends with, even if you get less friendly, relatively high. The statistical odds of what percent of relationships end in breakups, right? I don't know what it is, but if your brother, if your I don't know, your uncle, maybe a bad example because they're older than you. If your cousin has a boyfriend, you don't. Or my cousin has a girlfriend. She's very modern, very fun. I don't need to remember her. They're gonna break up, right, at some point. Because, it's his first girlfriend. You don't even have to bother with it, right? Also, I need to start getting some sleep in there. Cat digging truths and adorable her and my chosen family. Oh, that's cute. That's sweet. Also, wow, I didn't realize how much Nevrak I placed here. Oh! And you can see that I placed it here. Because there's no more ocean under it. Which I have to fix this now. Because that creep... I don't know why that creeper didn't die, by the way. Didn't I attack him 3 times? What more can you do? What more can you do? So let's just patch this over. Maybe we should place some lights around here. Nearly 5 years together, and we still laugh. Says Mrs. XOXO. Actually, wait. I've got both members of the couple here. Then, just say even you guys. In 5 years, when you're both watching my live streams together, I'll be able to ask, so you guys still together? And, one of you will say yes and one of you will say no. It'll be really confusing to me. And then at that point, one of you will discover that the other one's been broken up with. That's how it's going to go. But yeah, the Nevrak covering going pretty well, by the way. We're told you can only have one partner, but you can have lots of friends and family, so there's going to be some turnover if you can told you can only have one. Yeah, I think, I wonder, like, what the world would look like if we didn't live... Like, obviously we need to for so many reasons, but what if having a partner was like having friends, where it's like, oh yeah, you're like my closest friend, but they're like my best friend, and they're like my... They're like, you know, like, they're like my special friend, and they're like... Like, I wonder, the world would be filled with shenanigans, right? Like, oh yeah, this is, you know, President, whatever his name is, and this is his collection of significant others. It'd be weird when you found out, like, wow, they've got one friend. That's weird. You know, you want to have someone more friends than one, right? You mean like the 70s? Is that what the 70s were like? Is that what you're telling me now? Polyamory, but not like, it's not even like polyamory, right? I'm just saying, like, polyamory implies you're all in the same time, like multiple loves in the same. What if it's just like, oh yeah, like, you know, like you isn't like, I'm not always hanging out with the same friends. There are friends I hang out with like regularly, and then there's friends I hang out with irregularly, and then there's friends I forget exist for years at a time, right? But there's not girlfriends I forget for years at a time. It's, you know, I just wonder how it would go. Isn't that what everyone does, just secretly? I mean, yeah, but like, also, Miss Pat Van Driver Lady, you have to buy wives, says Hexataron. You know, there's a weird correlation in money and like, because, you know, money is, whatever, let's not dive into relationship politics. So anyway, how's the weather going, internet? Is it good where you are? It's very sunny here. You know, the weather is a long-term committed relationship. You know, I have lots of stream viewers, right? Do you ever get jealous, chat? Do you ever think like, wow, I wish those other stream viewers would leave because I'm the real stream viewer? Or do you think to yourself, you know, actually, this is a-okay, huh? It's dark because it's night. Dark isn't a weather type, you dumb faces. Yeah, I despise Britain and its variable weather. I do have to say, there is something kind of nice about living somewhere where you know the weather outside is the same. Like, every time I go outside, it's slightly hot. That's kind of nice, I guess. I'm the only person who watches your videos, the rest of the views are fake, says Word Salad. It's true, Word Salad. It's just me and you. I get so jealous, says Dasher. I'm just lying. It's just me and you, Dasher. I'm just lying. It's me and Jared. Actually, you know what? I'm lying about all those people. It's just me and oh, my notifications are... It's just me and TM Costs and me and Aaron CJ. You know how I know it's just me and them? Because they gave me money, and that is how we know they're real people. None of you can prove to me that you're actually real. It's a big problem. There is a genuine issue in it. Okay. Yeah, I'm a faker, says Scoopsy Cat. Definitely threat of Stormstrong's Woman Muggy. Oh, Muggy's I can't handle Muggy. That's the weather type I just cannot handle. Like, humidity all the time is, like, fine, because, like, it's probably doing something for you. But, like, otherwise, it's just kind of nuts. And to start to find real. That's a super channel, right? You know, is that a real person? The bots are getting lazy now, chat. The bots, they don't even understand how to talk human. That's how you know he's not the real human. Muggy weather robs you of your happiness. Yeah, no one enjoys muggy weather, right? Like, some people enjoy hot, some people enjoy cold, some people enjoy rain, some people enjoy thunderstorms. No one's like, oh, I just can't wait for a nice muggy day. Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's how I feel, at least. Anyway, yeah, chat, I've had a great time today. Appreciate you all showing up. I'm a duck lol, says Jared. Follow your mother, duckling. Thank you all for showing up today. Do appreciate it. Did you like the stream? We kind of went back and forth on a lot of Minecraft projects, but sometimes I think that's important. Just like, let's pick up Minecraft. let's do some stuff. I think sometimes it's important to have like a nice fun stream title and thumbnail. Sometimes I just want to be like, look, we're just going to hang out, we're going to play Minecraft. That's okay. You know, you can expect literally just Minecraft. And today I hope you got precisely that. Bro, thanks. Thank you. Thank all of you very much for coming along, watching the live stream today. I'm getting very, very close to, I'm getting very, very close to my never covered area. There's still some gaps in it. But, yeah, I'll be streaming definitely on Tuesday, maybe tomorrow. So check the unlisted live streams playlist. It's linked down in the description of this. Hey, thank you, Poison Dreams. I agree, you're all figments of my imagination. I'm just a crazy guy talking here by himself. I'm in a mental asylum, and no one's even polite enough to let me know. But, yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed whatever you just watched. And if you don't, then you need to get better at picking videos to watch. But yeah, I'm gonna go and, I'm actually gonna work on something fun. I've been really enjoying playing around the Let's Play world casually this week, so I'm gonna work on some stuff for a future video. Might involve those diamond ores. And I also really want to work on some sort of banner patterns because of the shield thing that's happening. So, there's a lot to prepare for. I'm gonna be making sure I do it. But for now, thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. Because I'll see you in the next one. I need to put this netherrack in these. You know, actually, let's go. So just before we go, you know, I lied about going. Whenever I say goodbye, it's to trick some of you to leave. Got you good. This is my stash. Oh, I've actually still got netherrack in here. We're gonna do a placing netherrack stream then. I'm gonna place so much netherrack. Is it all full? Oh yeah, we filled it up. Wow. I didn't realize. I thought okay, well we got this much netherrack. Okay, we're gonna do a placing chat. Okay, so I'm gonna work this out now because I'm gonna need this for a future title and thumbnail. Okay, if I've got okay, how many shulker boxes do I have? I've got, so that one's kind of empty. That one's not, and these two aren't netherrack. Okay, so we'll pick these ones up, bring them with me. Is this one useful? This is just other nonsense. We'll leave that there, though. Okay, so we've got 12 shulker boxes, and they're all full. Besides this one, which has, God knows how many stacks that is. 21 stacks. So 21 stacks plus 27, okay, 27 times 11 is 459. 459 plus 21 is 480. 480 times 64 is 30,720. I have 30,720 netherrack blocks, and I'm going to place them all in a future live stream. Be a lot of fun. So, I think 30,000 netherrack will be, it's like an eighth of the entire project. So it'll get me all the way from here to like never covered everything. The walls will be so high that I won't see other stuff anymore. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Make sure you come watch that one. Goodbye.